G Money.
Yo,
What's up, man?
what's going on? We back at
You
it.
seem excited. You brought CDs and stuff.
I mean,
you seem excited, man.
certain guests you got to dig in the crates a little. Well, you seen the crates, but the crates is on the wall over there. But we got to dig in the crates a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I had to go. Shout out
Put
Uncle
it down now. Put it down
Not
now.
yet,
man.
not yet. We don't want to introduce. All right,
introduce the guests yet. How you feeling, man?
I'm good.
Why these OGs coming here all serious and intense, right? You know what I'm saying?
Look.
Serious, intense. Now you gonna smile, serious, intense, and ready. You know what I mean?
I was trying to figure out the temperature in the room.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, what's up? I'm like,
Yeah.
all right.
Gotta respect that, veterans. But how you doing, man? How was your week, man? We're back.
Week was
for another
good.
episode.
Busy weekend. I was out DJing again. You know.
I saw that. I saw some type of post you put up of DJing. I was surprised. Yeah.
I was showing you I still got it, man. You know what I'm saying? Showing you a little 1-2 and something like.
We don't have no sponsors today, do we?
I mean, I might.
I don't get no money from. All jokes aside, like before we get to our guest, I get no money from. I get no money from this.
That has nothing to do with me.
And you, but at the same time, it's likeness. Like my face is showing. Like I do not co-sign none of you sponsors because y'all not paying me. Period. I don't co-sign it. He over here always jacking y'all. Look.
Shout out to my man Tiny, man. Today,
Tiny.
This is Tiny.
Shout out to Tiny.
Got the hat. He got his thing going right now. You know what I'm saying? He's working hard, so I'll definitely support my boy Tiny. He got something called Trust the Process. I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? He's doing pretty good. He's selling out a lot of shirts and hoodies and hats and all that. So
Finally, man, guy that got in a lot of trouble found his lane.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Basky. Shout out to Michelle. Shout out to everybody. Smooth JR in the building.
Yes.
But let's get to the show, man. I'm good. Thanks for asking. My week was good. I'm back.
Whenever I ask you, be like, don't I'm not answering no questions. So you be leaving me like whatever.
I'm back to doing skits again.
I see something today.
Yeah, I'm back to doing a couple of skits. It feels good again.
Okay.
It feels good to go back to what I love. You know
okay.
what I mean? G Money.
Yo.
Episode 192.
Nigga, we made it.
We got a special guest. Legend.
Can I reveal it now? Can I leave it right there on the table now?
Wow.
Can I leave it right there on the table, man? Can I do that?
Yeah, G, you want to do the introduction? You know you're not good at introductions.
I'm not?
Oh, yes you are.
Hold on. Let me get you talking about over here.
Can we get the sound effects?
Yeah, what's up? What you talking about?
Let's go.
All this sound, press everything now. All of that.
Can we introduce the man, please?
Yo, man, Grammy winning artist. And member of the rap hip hop group, you know what I'm saying? Straight from Cleveland.
Talk.
St. Clair's.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? 1/5. They say this group started all of the that whole sound, the whole fast rapping sound, all that.
That's what I heard.
Give it up one time for my man Krayzie Bone in the building, y'all.
Yeah. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? What's good with it?
You gonna be so cool, man. Why you gonna be? Pull the mic back. Come on, Krayzie. Let me get out. I like you a lot, man.
Tell me, man. What's happening with it?
Why you be so smooth? We got the chain out smooth. Look at what's up, man.
Chilling, man. You know, it's good to be here, man. You know, first time in New York in like a whole year, man. So you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, man. You know, with all this pandemic, I ain't really been going nowhere. So
welcome to Flip the Script.
I'm back
We're
out.
happy to have you, man.
Yes, indeed, man. Good to be here.
For sure. You know, I had to bring the CD out, man, because I was telling Flip behind the scenes like this is something I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Before I was DJing, you know, I had this on a CD player with the little headphones. You know what I'm saying? So I used to bump this all the time. Definitely a different kind of vibe.
Yes, sir.
So I'm excited for this guest today. And,
I can tell. I can tell.
Know what I'm saying?
I can tell by the notes. I can tell by your smile. I can tell, man. You know, he is. Salute to everybody in the building, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
you know
indeed.
What I mean? And,
it's hip hop, man. It's hip hop.
It is.
Yes, sir.
I'm not really a hip hop guy, but hey.
You always say that, but
so how you doing, man? How was the flight? How was everything? Everything was pretty good.
Man, everything was good, man.
I'm saying, how they treat you at the hotel? I go down there and kick some ass.
Man, all good, bro. It was good.
Cool.
It was good.
Them niggas over there.
And all good.
Yeah,
all good.
See some shit up there. I'll turn up on them. Let me know right now. What happened?
No.
It did what?
No.
Right.
No, we good, baby.
Yo, so Krayzie. You know, up here we like to take things slow. Go back, you know, to before the deals, before the albums, and before everything. So take us back to your childhood, and tell us about how it was growing up for you.
Man, was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? It was, I was, my parents, you know what I'm saying, like in the younger part of my childhood was very strict. You know what I'm saying? I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? They was strict, and then as we got older, the whole drug epidemic hit, and you know what I'm saying? It just ravished everybody in the community, and you know what I'm saying? And that's when I started getting my freedom, and I started running the streets at a very early age, like 14, and like You know what I'm saying? Like, so at an early age, like we was like running we was on the streets like living on our own, like.
Now, who was in the household? You and mom's pops was there too, or?
Yeah, for a while. You know what I'm saying? And my brother, my older brother, and my 3 younger sisters.
Okay.
So living in the Jehovah's Witness home, what is that like? Growing up before the drug epidemic came, like what was it like living in a home? What rule is it like? When you hear about Catholic homes and church going people, the strictness, it's the same thing. No. Is God first? Like, what is it like in a Jehovah's Witness home?
Yeah, it was strict, but it wasn't like, how I see some people like abusive strict. You know what I'm saying? It was peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Like we had, you know what I'm saying? Like the household was peaceful. Like we had fun. It was a normal family. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until the whole drug thing came up was whenever fucked everything up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, everything was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool.
Sorry, G. You remember like being as a kid, and do you remember when the whole drug thing swooped in? Because a lot of our guests, we had the street dudes or whomever, when we asked them and they talk about the drug thing, sometimes they're able to identify like the time of the change. Some of them were too young, but some of them identify like, yo, it was like this 1 minute, then it changed like this.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember like the change?
Hell yeah. Bro, that shit was drastic. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy because me and my sister was like, like we sit up and we laugh at this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my pops and everything. Cause my pops is, he clean now. You know what I'm saying? He cool.
Shout
like,
pops.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so we sit up and we laugh about it. But like, we used to come home from school, man. Elementary school. We used to come home from school, like, and like back then, like we used to have like man, we had like the stereo. We had the like nice bumping stereo. We had the big color TV. Like we had stuff. So like every day we would come home. Like we would notice something missing. Like we would come home, the TV gone. We're like, wait a minute, the TV's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like we tripping, like, we notice it's gone because we watch just the damn TV we watch every day. We like, oh shit. So we like, man, what the hell is going on? So then we come home like 2 days later, the fucking dining room table gone and the chairs. Yo, one time we came home and the fucking carpet on the floor was gone. We in that bitch like, the hell they gonna do with the carpet? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna ask you a question. I never asked this. You just gave me an idea. Did when you spoke to Pops, right? Did he ever tell you how he became addicted to drugs? Like, cause he was a working man. Did he tell you how does that happen?
Man, you know what? I never had the conversation with him like that conversation. And it's probably something I need to talk to him about, you know what I'm saying? Because I do want to know that, like, for real. But I never really sat down and had the conversation with him about that. And I'm quite sure he'd tell me, too, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So so the house is bare, everything was just...
Yeah, everything was cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was cool, man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, our house was peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had fun, you know what I'm saying? It was good.
Yo, so you've been in New York before, obviously, growing up, and when you got older, you came to New York. So if you could... What's the difference between New York streets and like streets in Cleveland? You growing up?
Man, honestly, like it's kind of similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of similar. I remember coming here for the first time. Was like, damn, a lot of shit look like Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of similar. But coming up in Cleveland, we kind of had like the best of both worlds because it was like we was raised off the New York hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And then like. When the West Coast shit kicked in, we tuned in hard to that. That's the whole reason we went to LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it was like we could relate to how they was living. You know what I'm saying? Cause like we had been on the streets like for so long, like we was living just like that. So we like, oh yeah, everything they saying, we with this. NWA, like everything they saying, we with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Getting freedom. You said that you was outside and you got freedom at 14. Like obviously, the epidemic hit, so now you outside moving around. Who did you gravitate to? Any big homies? Was it your friends just figuring it out? Did you start to hustle? Like, what was the transition?
Man, we looked up. I mean, like we was the young dudes. Like we looked up to all the older cats. Like my brother was like known. He was known in the streets in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like he ran with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like so, we used to look up to them. Like and just follow behind them, acting like we was selling dope when we wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like. just trying to just emulating them, man. Just you know what I'm saying, like, and then until we eventually got old enough to like, okay, we about to come and cash in and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Of course, we had the, you know, like we had the homies in the hood, like for real, definitely.
Did you end up selling dope and stuff like that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. We ended up selling dope. Like, I mean, we did it all, bro. Like, we sold dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anything like. But the thing is, what's crazy about us though is we wasn't selling dope like to try to be no drug kingpins or nothing like that. We was selling it strictly to survive, like to get our meal. You know what I'm saying? Because we was more into music even when we was on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like that was our main goal. So even though we was hustling to get our music together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Now, what did Mama Love say though? Now, because you know Jehovah's Witness background and everything. Like she knew what was going on in the streets. Like, how did she treat you guys, or you know?
I mean, man, there's a lot of stuff my mother wasn't having. You know what I'm saying? But it was. I mean, you know. I mean, at a certain point, Mama can't handle no man child. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At a certain point, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just when you feel like when you at that point where look, I'm not about to listen. You know, I'm not about to listen no more. And man, you just go be on your own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that Cleveland is crazy over there, Ohio.
Oh yeah, man, it's crazy. Oh yeah, even crazier now. Yeah, it's
crazy. Yeah. Why do you think that people don't know that? Like, why do you think when we hear Cleveland, because Cleveland's official?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you know, man, I think a lot more people know now. Ever since like you know, like we came out and. You know what I'm saying, with LeBron, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, you know what I'm saying, but like, it's man, it's a lot of history in Cleveland for one, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of history out there, man, and you know, like, it's wild out there, like, people wouldn't even think, you know what I'm saying, like, it's wild, like, we wasn't coming out, like, what we was coming out singing about when we came out, like, there wasn't no fairy tales. We was telling people the truth about Cleveland. Like when nobody even heard about Cleveland. You know, like we came and told people like, look, we here. This is what's going on down here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was real.
What's your first memories of hip hop growing up? I know you said you started getting into music at an early age. Like, who were some of the people you heard early on? I saw a video on YouTube with you and the rest of the group was rapping a Run DMC record and you rapping an L Cool J record or something like that. I was getting like real excited about that. So who were some of your influences early on?
Man, my brother, because before I was rapping, you know what I'm saying, like when I first saw Michael Jackson on TV, I was like, yo, I told my mother, I said, that's what I'm going to be right there. Whatever he doing, that's what I'm going to be on TV doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then from Michael Jackson, it went to New Edition. Like, it's one of my favorite groups. And then my brother one day he brought home the LL Cool J album, Radio. And he was playing it. I was like, yo, what's this? He was like, boy, you don't know nothing about this. I was like, man, let me copy that. You know what I'm saying? Got the little cassette tape, you know what I'm saying? I dubbed me a tape.
Yeah.
He was, man, and I listened to that tape every single day. You know what I'm saying? I listened to it every single day. And then it came to the point to where I was like, yo, I wanted to learn I wanted to learn LL's raps. I wanted to learn the songs. So I started like writing down the words to his songs. And I was writing down, as I was writing down the words to his songs, I saw the blueprint on how to write a rhyme. So I'm like, yo, this will look easy. All he doing is like making the last two words rhyme. So I wrote a rhyme, and from that point, I never stopped rapping.
Did you meet the guys when you were kids? Like, what year you met those? Like, who did you know first? Like, how did that whole thing?
We met in junior high school in 7th grade. Yeah, not even knowing that our grandparents grew up together and our parents grew up together. We didn't even know that when we met each other. Yeah.
You met on some fighting shit?
Huh? No. We met in school like doing ciphers, doing rap ciphers. Yeah, I met Lazy Bone in my home economics class. We used to sit in the back of the class like rhyming, and one day he was a new kid that transferred in, and he heard us in the back rapping. He was like, shit, I could do the beatbox. And he started doing the beatbox, and he was like, boy, had bass. He was like, man, this little nigga got some bass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he started doing the beatbox while he was rapping. And then Flashing Bone, his brother, I didn't even know they was brothers, so I had English class with him. We used to do the same shit in English class.
Oh, wow.
So you know we never did no work in them. We in the back of the class rapping like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and Flesh was doing the beatbox. So I got the bright idea one day. I was like, yo, bro, you should battle this little nigga in my home ec class. This nigga cold with the beatbox. He was like, okay, cool. So, man, I brought these niggas to battle, and it was like, Flesh was like, man, that's my little brother, man. I was like, what? Wow. I was like, man, and ever since that day, like we was kicking it ever since that day, like tough.
All 5 of you?
No, it was just us 3 then. 3
in the beginning.
Yeah, it was us 3, and then Wish got transferred over to the school. Wish was like always a street dude though. Like he always would bullshit about being in the group. Like he was everything from the manager to the bodyguard to the like
everything in one.
Everything until he just finally was like, you know what, man, I'm about to be serious. You know what I'm saying? And he just started writing. But yeah, we've been rolling for a long time. Like,
so how soon after that did you guys create the Band-Aid Boys? That was your first name, right, of the group?
Yeah. That was right after we met in junior high school. We was the Band-Aid Boys. Like, it was crazy.
Stop trying to be cool and talk. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Be so smooth, man.
Man, you know.
Stop trying to be smooth, man. I watch you, man. Stop trying to be smooth, man. I don't want to be excited, man. Stop trying to be too smooth, man. You know. Band-Aid Boys.
Band-Aid Boys. Man.
How did that come up? That sounded like that was kicking ass and then taking names.
No, bro, I already forgot how the name came up, man. But like we just started like wearing Band-Aids and like up under our eyes and shit, like way before Nelly was doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real. No, because every time we say that, like people be like Nelly. I'm like, no, we was doing that back in junior high school. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
And what year was that though?
Man, I was like 88, 89.
Oh,
like,
so you was wearing it beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Back in the day.
So y'all was wearing Band-Aids under the eyes.
Yeah.
Both of them or one of them?
Man, we got so crazy with it that the principal like banned us from doing it. He was like, no, it reminded me of it, like some gang affiliation. I'm like, come on, bro, this is a rap group. He was like, so we couldn't do this shit in school though. For real.
And all y'all was doing at this time. Now you know, you told us how you met, and all y'all was doing at this time was just like basically rapping. Y'all wasn't, you know, were y'all planning on taking it serious at this time, or it was just rapping in the lunchroom, rapping around each other, and just you know, a wish.
Man, I was serious from the gate. Like as soon as I learned how to rap, I was like, shit, I'm trying to do this shit. Like my mom and them was like, man, you tripping? Like it's like a 1 in a million. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to be like, I used to get put on punishment for writing raps.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I used to do it in class though. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to do this shit in class. Like that's why. But still though, you know what I'm saying? Like the shit paid off though. I'm like, yeah, I was doing it for a reason.
Yo, so who else at the time? Who else was rapping in Cleveland that was kind of big at the time?
Man, we had a dude named MC Chill. We had a dude named Johnny O and the Sorcerer's Crew. All those cats out there. You know what I'm saying? Suave, all them dudes. Like, I barely remember those cats. There's more my brother era, you know what I'm saying? But like when we was coming up, we had cats like Brothers for the Struggle, you know what I'm saying? It was like Brothers of the Struggle. It was some cats out that was doing their thing.
Brothers for the Struggle and Brothers of the Struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
yeah. Hey, look. They was actually in the same group, but they got the beef and they split up. Yeah.
And they split.
Yeah. Definitely.
So what I'm trying to figure out now is that, all right, so it's the Band-Aid Boys, you know what I mean, and then the principal stopped y'all there. What was next from that process? You know what I mean? Because now you're going to high school.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what like, walk us through those steps, those pivotal moments, as far as from Band-Aid Boys and the transition and what you transition to next.
Well, when we got out of junior high school, we dropped that whole Band-Aid Boy shit. We was like, man, that shit is corny. You know what I'm saying? We like, that shit is corny. You know what I'm saying? And we was just like, we didn't really have no name. We didn't really have no name at the time. We was just belling. But after we got out of junior high school and got in high school, it's like, man, it was a wild summer. You know what I'm saying? To where we, that was the summer that we actually tried to try our hand at selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, we had the OGs like fronting. You know what I'm saying? The OGs would front you that and how you go on the block. You know what I'm saying? Like just bring that little money back. And man, back then it was crazy. Like the block was like, it's crazy. Like the block was popping. It was just like wow. You know what I'm saying? Like. And you used to walk around with like big ass pill bottles of just rocks in it. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was like and like we was in the middle of all of it, like little as hell. And when we was young, we looked like when we was in like the 7th grade, we looked like we was still in like the 2nd grade, like no lie. I look back at pictures of our first album and we looked like babies. I don't know how we got away with some of the shit we did back in the
What you mean got away with so much shit?
Like I'm talking about, bro, we was driving like driving fiend cars and like can barely see over the steering wheel. And then I look back at pictures, I'm like, man, we was looking that young. I'm like, I don't know how the police never pulled us over like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy.
Was there any beef in the streets at this time?
Man, it was I mean, not really. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not really. I mean, we ran in with beef with dudes every now and then. You know what I'm saying? Like from different hoods, and you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't really nothing like that was crazy. Like I said, my brother was well known in the streets, and like niggas didn't.
So he was good. He was really good from.
Yeah,
bro.
Hell yeah. And
how well known? Like what about his enemies?
Shit, his enemies. Shit, if they caught me, I was their enemy. Shit, for real. It don't change, for real. But you know, he was pretty well known though.
Tell me about St. Clair's. I always hear St. Clair's in all the music. Like, tell me about St. Clair's.
Yeah, man, St. Clair. That's what we was. You know, that's the hood. That's the hood. Like that's where I lived my whole entire life. Yeah, that's just where we was. Where everything jumped off at. Like everything, for real.
He trying to be cool.
Everything.
St. Clair.
Everything, man. St. Clair. That's where it's at. You know.
But is St. Clair like an area? Like what?
It's like a strip. It's like one long strip. It's like a strip that takes you through different hoods. You know what I'm saying? You start off at, or you can start off all the way 152nd, go down. You get 148th camp. You got a 146, 141. You go all the way. Man, it's just like different cliques. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so crazy because like you ride 2 blocks, you got to deal with a different set of niggas. You know what I'm saying? It's like. It's crazy. On the way down, you make it down without getting into some shit like you cool. Like, but yeah, it's crazy like that for real.
At a young age, before like crazy shit got involved, like younger, what was one of the worst things you've been through that you can remember? Where it comes close. I mean, you say your brother was official. You know what I mean? He was known, so nobody was playing with you. But what do you remember that could have transpired, that almost transpired at that age? Man,
we was like. I mean, bro, man, when I say we was into a lot of shit, we put ourselves in harm's way a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like no lie. I'm talking about from getting shot at to just always in some shit, just being out there. Like so, man, it's many situations. It's a lot of shit. I remember just times just sitting on the porch and like. One of my dudes had beef with some other. I just came over to the nigga house and like I sat on the porch and like dudes came over there and like lit his whole house up. I'm like, while I'm sitting on the porch, I had to like dive over the porch and like man, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we've been in many situations. Like Cleveland is wild, man. Like for real, it's really wilder than most people think. If you look at the first 48, they ain't lying. For real, they ain't lying. For real.
So when did you guys started? You in high school, you guys are rapping, guys are in the streets. When did you guys, start to hit the studio and stuff like that? Like, when does the studio come in? Who introduced y'all to the studio and stuff like that to take it as serious as, because you took it serious from the gate?
Yeah. So I had got, I was in the county, I was locked up in the county for a while. And when I came home, Lazy, Wish, and Busy and Wish was beefing with Lay, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I was only locked up a couple months. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they was beefing because Wish and Busy said that Lazy went and got a solo deal without them. So I was like, okay. But then I talked to Lay. Lay was like, bro, I got the deal to get all of us in. That's the whole goal. I was waiting for you to get out so I could take all of us up here to this dude and have y'all rap to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically that's basically what he did. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude only wanted to mess with Lay, like, because he had only heard Lay. And Lay kept telling him, he's like, no, bro, you got to hear the rest of my niggas. Like, these niggas better than me, I'm telling you. That's what he telling him. He like, you need to hear him. So he took us up to the dude's store one day. His name was Kermit Henderson. He had a record store called Dial's Rapid Creation. Fraud. But,
So what?
Fraud. But, yeah, fraud, yeah.
First of all, you probably never saw the show, so, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Queen's Flip. I don't let shit like that pass. First and foremost, let's rewind a little bit. You said you was in the county. See, that's why I gotta direct you to the way, because you want to be cool. You too cool for school. I ain't gonna lie. You cool. You a cool motherfucker. I fuck with you, but what you was in the county for?
Man.
Yeah, what you in the county for? I want to know details. What happened?
All kinds of, bro. I mean, bro, all our fans know the story of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I accidentally shot Wishbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and besides that, like, we was, like I said, like, we was out there, like, it's so crazy because we was in the streets, like, doing, like, what we was doing, and I always was the only one that managed to go to jail and stay in there because, like, these niggas was younger than me. Like, I was the only nigga 18, so they were like.
So you talking about the time you went to do a rob? Is that the story you talking about?
Yeah, with Wish, you know what I'm saying? And I was in the county at the time, and I had made bail. I bonded out, you know what I'm saying? And when I got out, that's when they was going through their little feud and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I like this guy. He shot. So I'm trying to figure something. I know they know the story and shit like that. And I read the stories right here.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my team. Look, shot him in the leg. He wants to shoot you back.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that if you could tell me, like, first of all, that day, first of all, how you end up in jail?
Bro, so look, man, it was crazy, bro, because, like, so the whole night started off like we chilling, like me, Busy, and Lay, we over Lay girlfriend house, we chilling. Busy like, yo, my pops invited y'all to dinner. So we walk over Busy's pop's house, we chilling over his house, like, Wish come over his house like 30 minutes later. We ain't even talking to him. Like, he just showed up, like, drunk as hell. Like, yo, let's go get fucked up. I'm going to jail tomorrow. We was like, fuck is you think? He was going to juvenile. He was like, I'm going to juvie tomorrow. Like, let's go get fucked up. So we like, okay, let's go. So, man, we walked to the stove and, like, man, like, yo, we walked to the stove and that just started a whole fucking... That shit just started a whole spree. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just, like, started, like, licking niggas and, like, jacking niggas. And it just, like, went on. And, like, as we was, at the moment when I accidentally shot Wish, we were actually on our way to go do some shit. I'm not even going to say it.
Okay, respect.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? We was gonna go do some shit. I'm glad that happened. I'm not glad he got shot, but I'm glad that deterred us from going to do what we was going to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But all the other stuff like, jacking the cars and all that stuff, I went to jail for that. I did time for that, so I ain't worried about that. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy.
So were you guys excited in the car because you said you shot him by mistake? It's an accident.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. So what happened was, bro, like I was in there, like we was drinking. You know what I'm saying? That always play a part in some dumb shit happening. Drinking.
Hold on.
What happened?
Yeah, why you shot your man? When y'all arguing, y'all tussling for a gun, why you shot your man? We all business. What happened, man? Stop playing with me, man. Krayzie.
No, bro.
Krayzie, it's me, man. It's me.
No, but
Krayzie.
Bro, I'm telling you, we in the car, bro. I'm telling you, he's driving the van. We in the van.
A van. Y'all was a bad timing that day.
Bro, but look, everything about this day
played out for a reason.
Terrible. Cause look, it was terrible. Cause look, when we started off the spree, we had a sawed-off shotgun. We had one shell. When we hit the second dude for the van, We get inside the van. This nigga got a fresh box of 12 gauge shells. Oh, I see the shells. I'm like, son. I'm like, I get the load them up. Like, just go. I tell niggas, man, I lost it like Tupac and Juice that night. I'm telling you, like, it was crazy, bro. I was like, wilding. You know what I'm saying? And then like, and then you know, I just wasn't paying attention. And when I was loading up, I didn't realize I already had the thing. I put the slug in, man, and I was like cocked it up because I was about to turn around, but I didn't realize I had my finger on the trigger when I cocked it up, and it was like, dude. And next thing I know, all I heard, man, that shit was like a movie, like a slow motion, like everything was in slow motion. My ears was ringing, and then I turned around and Wish was like, nigga, you shot me. I was like, no, I didn't. I was like, then he was just like, he just got quiet. I was like, bro, we got to go to the hospital. And he just like, he drove all the way to the hospital. This nigga stopping at lights. I'm like, nigga, you cannot stop at these lights. You run these lights. And Lay and Busy was behind us in the car we had got before then. So we riding around the town in like two hotties, back to back, trailing each other. Like back to back, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and like, they was like, and they saw us like, when they saw Wish like running lights, they say they got scared. They was like, bro, we wasn't about to follow y'all. We had all kind of dirt in that car. We didn't know what was wrong with it. It's like, we thought y'all niggas had lost y'all mind. It's like, we wasn't following you. It's like, we done tonight. We done. You know what I'm saying? And then so he drove to the hospital. We got to the hospital. He actually pulled over and told me to get out. But I was so, you know what I'm saying? My mind was so gone. I'm like, bro, what is you stopping for? Get to the hospital, you're going to die. You know what I'm saying? So
Where was he shot at?
In the leg. It actually went through his leg. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And when we get to the hospital, like we pull up in the
stolen joint.
Yeah. The nigga damn near drove the motherfucker through in the emergency room. Like damn near drove the thing through there, nigga. And then when we get out, they everybody, like all the doctors and nurses run outside immediately, like cause like I said, he damn near pulled up in there. So they all run out, open up the door, and the police come. As soon as the police come, he opened up the back door. He pulled a 12 gauge out the back. Like, oh shit, what happened here? So I mean, but the story we had was like, we even had time to make up a story. We was like, you know, we gonna say somebody tried to rob us. Somebody opened up the door and tried to rob us. I snatched the gun and the gun went off and it hit you. They wasn't buying that shit though. It was too Columbo smart for a nigga.
Did you end up confessing that it was an accident? Did you say that, or you just?
No, I never said that. I never said that. I mean, they caught me for it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, but I never. I mean, we stuck to our story, both of us. He never told him I shot.
He never did it. Shout out to him. So how much time you got for that?
I did. Like, I got because he didn't press charges. They charged me with just having the sawed off because that was illegal. You know what I'm saying? They charged me with that, having the saw off, like 18 months.
But did they charge you for the stolen vehicle as well?
No, because dude didn't press charges. He was like, the dude we got, he was like one of the dudes didn't even press charges because he was actually trying to buy dope from us. That's why we got him. You know what I'm saying? But the other dude, he was like, you know what I'm saying? After he heard what we went through and what happened to us, he was like, you know, I think they learned their lesson. I'm not gonna press charges. Like,
that's real.
Yeah,
for
real.
That was real.
Yeah, for real.
So then that happened. Then they beefing. So you come home and they going at it because he went to get the deal. He got a deal. The guy heard him. Now, why you said that guy was what did you say? How you describe this man?
Fraud.
Why you call him a fraud for?
Man, fraud. Man, I mean, like this dude, like.
What's his name again? Let me just remember.
Kermit Henderson.
Kermit Henderson.
Yeah, I mean, for one, because he never paid us. You know what I'm saying?
But did he? Now hold on, slow down. You guys, how old were you guys at this time?
Bro, we was young. We probably weren't even legal when we signed this contract with this dude.
So you felt that Mr. Henderson took advantage of y'all?
Yeah.
Or were you guys eager to get a deal? It could go two ways.
Yeah. It does go both ways. But still, it does go both ways, but still, nigga owed us some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did the work. Like, for real.
So what type of contract he signed y'all to?
What kind of contract?
Yeah. Was it like 360 back in the day? Some bullshit?
Hell no, bro. Bro, it was some bullshit. I know this nigga was giving us like, I think this nigga was giving us like $12.50 for us to split a week.
Oh, I see him. He has an Instagram. Fat guy?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yo. And his claim to fame is he discovered Bone. I'm like, bro, no the fuck you didn't, bro. This nigga wouldn't even when we asked him to like to give us like help us with money to come to LA, he was like, what's I going to LA for?
So but how can hold on real quick. Now you're not gonna like me now, but first of all, you did say
What?
Gotta give credit where it's due. You did say that he heard rap and he gave him the deal. So wouldn't that be a form of discovery or no?
I mean, yeah. But he did give us our shot. He did give us our local shot.
He gave it. Got it.
He gave us the shot. But when we was asking him, when we knew we had ran our course in Cleveland, because we had started doing, like after I came home from jail and we got serious, like we had got to the point to where like we would do talent shows and like motherfuckers knew who we was. Like they would say Bone Enterprise. That was our name at the time.
I see. Yeah.
Bone Enterprise, and motherfuckers would go crazy like locally. Like so it was to the point like it was like, okay, we ran our course, we need to go to the next level. And then nobody want to help us do that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I'm saying? His direct words was, I ain't giving you niggas nothing. Real talk.
I ain't say that. Don't do that.
Bro, that nigga used to tell us that on the regular. I'm not giving you niggas nothing.
So you guys, it's 5 of you niggas. So he's a street nigga?
The nigga used to be like, the nigga used to be like,
he's a street dude?
Bro, hell no, he ain't.
So why you ain't turn up on him?
Cause man, I mean, cause at this point we trying to do everything. I just came home from jail, bro. You know, so we trying to do everything we can. Like our main mission right now is to make it. You know what I'm saying? And once we found out this dude what to do that, we just cut him loose and was like, yo, it's time to go outside of.
But did he put y'all in the studio? Did he give y'all like? Was he? Because you know some of these guys in the beginning, like when you hear stories about guys in the beginning, and when you guys get a deal. And they try to, instead of getting a marker in the album, like the same thing with Shy Money and 50, you know, they start to charge and talk about the studio time. They start to talk about traveling costs. They start to talk about different stuff that they contributed in order for Bone Enterprise to become.
Yeah.
You know, he put y'all in the studio?
It wasn't no traveling. It wasn't no traveling costs at all.
It wasn't. I'll tell you that right now. No traveling.
No.
What was the most you could say this big guy with glasses did? Shout out to him. He looked funny.
Pay for the studio time when the check was right. For real. Pay for the studio time when the check was right.
So where did y'all get the check from though?
He would get a check, yeah.
From from the record selling or something like that? Like
No. I mean when we first went in, like he paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Like the studio time. But the studio time, bro, that shit wasn't like, come on, man. We was in the night. Come on. That shit he was probably getting that shit for free, man. Like, no lie. Like, for real. There wasn't no studio like that. Like, that shit was like, that shit in hustle and flow, son. For real.
But was Bone Enterprise making money, though? How were y'all making money as a group at that time?
Man, we wasn't making no money. We was broke in the motherfucker. We wasn't making no motherfucking money. We didn't have shit. We was on we was rapping at the time, but like we was doing safe shit. Like we was selling weed, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that wasn't safe at the time, but you know, like we wasn't trying to get like, you know what I'm saying, like trying to get no heavy shit. Like we had to have some type of, you know what I'm saying, like some type of hustle, bro. I mean, I even tried to get a job, bro. I wouldn't, but that shit wasn't happening though, for real.
So who came with the idea? Because you know how it should go. Who came with the idea to separate from this nigga? Like when did y'all notice that he wasn't treating y'all right? Why did y'all want to go to LA in the first place? Like what was the transition as far as like this nigga ain't right, man? Like we gotta get away from this nigga.
Man, I mean shit, all of us wanted to do that, but you know the reason we went to the whole reason we had the idea to go to LA is because like Flesh was going to school out there, and the nigga would call us like once a week, like, yo, nigga, I went to this party and such was there, and he was like, if y'all niggas is here, I guarantee the first people hear you rap. Because Flesh wasn't really in the group at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing a school thing. Like, he got serious and, like, left the rap shit alone for a minute. So he was out in L.A., and when he told us that, he was like, he called us one day and said, look, I got a plan, bro, because, like, I believe if y'all out here, y'all will get heard and y'all will be discovered. So he was like, I'm going to come back. Because he was working in Cleveland. He was the manager at KFC. So he was like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to get my job back. hustle up some money. Y'all hustle up some money to get these bus tickets, these one-way bus tickets, and we're going to come out to L.A. and, like, try to get signed. And we was like, fuck it, we going out there to sign with Eazy E. Fuck it. We said that shit, though. We was like, we going to sign with Eazy E, like, no bullshit. We told motherfuckers that. Like, we told niggas, when we come back with Eazy E and a video crew. And that's what the fuck we did, like, no bullshit. We was shocked our motherfucker, like, damn, nigga, we did it.
So I mean, why would y'all, I mean, you spoke into existence.
Yeah, definitely.
But how did y'all get the introduction to Eazy?
Man, so this is what's crazy. So Kermit had a nigga that worked for him named Diego. This nigga was cool as fuck. This nigga remind me of Puffy, though, like, no bullshit. Nigga remind me of Puffy, no bullshit. But this nigga was cool as hell. So we out in Cali, and this nigga called us one day. He like, yo, I got the number of the Ruthless Records. Y'all want it? We like, nigga, hell yeah. So shit, he gave us a number, and we just start calling that bitch every day. You know what I'm saying? And like, the nigga Eazy E called us back one day and was like, oh yeah, shit, can I speak to Bone? And Busy was like, yeah, who is this? He was like, this is Eazy. And Busy threw me the phone, was like, here, man, rap. And then, you know what I'm saying, like when I rapped for him, that nigga Eazy was like, damn, the fuck, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And from there, you know what I'm saying, that shit was on. For real.
You went out there?
Yeah, no, we was in Cali when that happened. But what's crazy is, like, when we talked to the nigga on the phone, the people we was staying with at the time, the female, like Eazy was like, I'm gonna call y'all back in 2 hours. Cause man, we in that bitch hyping him up. We like, oh shit, nigga, we talked to Eazy E. This nigga want to sign us. He was like, I'm gonna call y'all back in 2 hours. And the people we were staying with, the female, after we went down there and told them that we was happy as hell, she takes the phone and she locks the phone in her fucking room and leave the house. And going all day. We hearing the phone ringing all day. Like, what? Niggas tried to kick this bitch down. No, but we couldn't do it though because that, you know what I'm saying, that's the only place we had to live. So we like, okay. So we get the idea. We like, yo, we gotta get some money together. We gotta hustle up some money to get back to Cleveland. So should we get to calling our family, like giving them the sob stories? Help, we stranded. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta get back to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we hustle up some money to get one-way tickets back to Cleveland. Because the dude who gave us a number, he told us, he was like, if y'all make it back to Cleveland, I can guarantee y'all an opening spot on the show. Because Eazy had a show in Cleveland. So he was like, if y'all get back, I can guarantee y'all an opening spot. So like, we hustled up some money, got back to Cleveland, and we did the show. And after the show, we just acted like we was part of his entourage and like blended in. Got backstage, you know what I'm saying, started rapping. The Eazy came out and was like, oh shit, y'all little niggas I talked to on the phone. And after that, it was on.
What was that first rap you did for him on the phone?
That shit was like some crazy shit, man. Yeah, that shit was great. Actually, that rap is crazy because I wrote that rap one time I was in the county. Bro. I wrote that rap. And I was sitting I told Big Daddy Kane this. I was sitting in the fucking county jail one time. Spent a lot of time in the county. I was sitting in the county jail watching, what was it? I think it was Rap City with the mayor on there. And a Big Daddy Kane's song came on, and I heard Big Daddy Kane like do a line like dip 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 dip, but he stopped. And I was like, son, if somebody do that through the whole rap, that shit'd be sick. So I went in my cell and I wrote the rap. I didn't have no paper to write on. I just had like a pen. Wasn't supposed to have an ink pen. I had a pen, and I saw the toilet paper, so I wrote the fucking rap on the toilet paper. And I'm in the motherfucker writing the shit like that. And that's the same rap I said to Eazy E on the phone. They got us the fucking deal, like no bullshit.
So that moment defined your style for the group? Or
oh,
you
yeah.
guys already?
Yeah, definitely. Because when I got out, I was like, I said the rap to everybody. I was like, yo, this is what it's gonna be. Said it to everybody, and when everybody in the group heard it was like, damn. And everybody went off, wrote their own shit, and came back. It was the same shit, but it was different. I was like, damn, this shit is crazy.
So before that moment, y'all was rapping a little slower.
What our thing was to always have flow. We was fan of continuous flow. So even when we wasn't we was you know what I'm saying? And then it started like, as we went on, it started picking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah. Definitely.
You know, you say you was in the county all the time, but you're so modest, so fucking modest. So hold on. So now y'all go back to y'all blending. Y'all speak to Eazy. Eazy say y'all get the deal. Well, he wants to sign y'all, right? Where did y'all go? Because first of all, how did y'all get money to go back to Cleveland? Which I did, huh? Y'all was doing bullshit again out there in L.A.
No, man, no. We had our
And why y'all didn't check that bitch that locked the room? Excuse my language. I don't know if it's your people. Why y'all didn't check her for locking the door?
No, man. But like I said, like that was our shit. That was our roof. Yeah, that was the roof over our head. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on, what was her reason for doing that? Nobody asked her?
No, bro. It was just like on some. I have no idea, and it was strange because it was like, you know how you get the vibe. You stand somewhere, and motherfuckers give you a vibe like, okay, it's time for y'all to go. I'm like, this what the fuck we trying to do? We trying to get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so why you going like?
Who girl was that?
Crazy. One of the homies. Rest in peace. He passed away.
Oh,
you know
rest
what
in
I'm
peace.
saying?
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so after you speak to Eazy at the show, what happens next?
Man, he gives us the address to the hotel they staying at. He like, yeah, come to the hotel so we can chop it up. So we be like, cool. So we get in the car. We like hype in the car on the way there. Like, nigga, we going to meet with Eazy E. Like, shit was crazy. Like, we in the car like just on cloud nine, and then we get to the hotel. Eazy come out the room, and the first thing I remember, I'm like, yo, man, this nigga is short than a motherfucker. I'm like, I was like, God damn, like, no bullshit, for real. I was like, that's the first thing I really noticed. I was like, I don't know why I didn't notice at the show, but I'm like, this nigga is really short right now. Like, and then he was like, shit, y'all smoke weed? We like, hell yeah, we smoke weed. And he was like, come in the room. So he took us in the room, and BG Knockout and Gangsta Drayster was in the room, and they was in there smoking weed. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we went there, like, we smoked weed. We was rapping to him, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, shit, when y'all trying to leave? Go back to Cali. We was like, shit, right now? Like, you got room? Shit, we ain't got no luggage. We ain't got shit. We ready to go right now. He was like, shit, y'all hit me in the morning, and I have y'all bus tickets to go back, and I'll meet y'all when I get off tour. So, and he gave us his pager number, his office number, and his cell phone number. And we was like, yo, bro, he gave us all his numbers. This nigga is serious. We was like, so like, we went home and told everybody. Motherfuckers did not believe us. He was like, get the fuck out of here. Eazy E, y'all is not about to sign no Eazy E. We was like, okay, we leaving again tomorrow. And when we left, they was like, how the fuck they get the money? We was like, Eazy E paid for it. We was like, we out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 days later, he was like, okay, y'all get back on the bus. We got to California, and we knew it was on because when we got there, when we got to Ruthless Records, the first thing the secretary said, the one who actually hooked us up, because we was calling every day, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna make sure he call y'all back today because you motherfuckers been calling every day. I'm gonna make sure he call y'all back, and she had him call us back, and she our homegirl to this day. You know what I'm saying? But
shout out to her.
Hell yeah, Keisha Anderson, the homegirl to this day, and like we knew it was on because when we first walked up in the office, she was the first one to greet us. She was like, shit, I hear y'all supposed to be the shit. Eric talking about y'all like y'all the shit. We was like, what? Already? We was like, shit, it's going down, like for real. Hell yeah. So we was hyped. And after that, when Eazy came, like that nigga ain't waste no time. That nigga came pick us up from the hotel. He had like a 500 beans. This nigga used to squeeze all five of us in the fucking beans. Like, come on. And like take us around to different studios, to different producers until we found DJ Unique. You know, and he was like, when we found DJ Unique, we was like, yo, this the one right here. We don't need to look for no more. And it was just on and popping.
So who picked him for the production? Was you guys, or was it Eazy E that kind of knew that was the sound for you guys?
I mean, Eazy was basically taking us around to different people. He took us to Rhythm D, you know, the dude that did Real Compton City G's. He took us to Yellow Boy. He did For the Love of Money.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? And after that, he took us to DJ Unique. And when we went to DJ Unique, we did Creeping on the Come Up, that song. And we was like, the song was so crazy. The sound, he had mastered the sound so perfect from just us humming the harmony to him. Like we hummed like our harmonies to him, and he like played them, and they came out perfect. So we was like, yo, this is the chemistry right here.
So, you guys are there. How long are you there with Eazy until he gets sick and stuff like that?
Bro, it was crazy. So like we was there. We was out there for a long time. You know what I'm saying? We was actually, after our first EP came out, Thuggish Ruggish Bone and all that, we was out wilding. Like we was like, yo, that was like a bad combination, because like us like being street dudes and like that kind of like fame and like notoriety, we was like wilding. You know what I'm saying? So Eazy was like, yo, I need y'all to come back to California. He didn't want us to be in Cleveland because he was like, y'all can get in too much trouble. Like, I need y'all out here. We need to start on the album, meaning the Eternal album. So we come back to Cali and we start working on the album, and we notice, you know, like Eazy ain't coming around more, and it's like, you know, so like we not seeing him. You know, like we out in hotels and like we ain't got no money. We out here like, bro, like we out in the hotels, like we starving, we ain't got no money. Like, if it's gonna be like this, send us back to Cleveland so we can like at least hustle. You know what I'm saying? Because at this time ain't no money coming in, even though Thuggish Ruggish Bone is out and niggas still like struggling. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we try to get the he sent for us to come back. We come back, start working on the album, and we noticed like he stopped coming around as much. So then like we called him one day. We like, bro, like if this how it's gonna be, send us back. And he like, yo, I need to talk to y'all for a minute. Meet me at the office at Ruthless Records in Woodland Hills. So we like, okay, cool. We pull up there, and it's crazy because like I tell everybody like in the movie NWA when it showed his wife showing him like the accounting, and she had that vanilla folder. Like, it's crazy because he had the same similar folder, and because we was like, yo, bro, like should we ready to go home? He like, bro, I need y'all to like just calm down. I'm making a lot of changes. He was like, he's about to fire Jerry Heller. He was like, I'm about to fire Jerry Heller. I'm about to clean house. I'm about to get a whole new squad. He was like, this dude been like, basically it's like just like extorting the company, and just like it was like a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. So it was like, and he was like, I just need y'all to like be patient and be down with me, because y'all about to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, we about to take Ruthless to the next level. So we like, bro, that's all you had to say. Like, we riding with you. And you know what I'm saying? And like, after that though, it went to like us not seeing him at all. We didn't see him like no more. And like a lot of strange people started coming around, like attorneys, and calling meetings with us. And we sit in the room like, who the fuck is y'all motherfuckers? Like, and why the fuck is y'all talking about our album? Like, we're like, this shit is crazy. We like, and so one day we get called to the office, and they like, I guess this was the day they was going to give us our money, give us our first like advance or whatever it was supposed to be, and they you know, they called us to the office, and we sitting in the office, and everything just seemed strange because they talking to us like, yeah, you know, this is what it's going to be, and da-da-da. Like, they was the owners of the company. We like, who the fuck is these people? And where is Eazy at? You know what I'm saying? Like, and wasn't nobody telling us nothing. They wasn't telling us where he was or nothing. We was just, you know what I'm saying? And they gave us our checks, and after they gave us our checks, we was like, oh shit, we getting ready to go back home to Cleveland. So we go back home to Cleveland, you know, like we buy houses and shit, you know, like get ourselves situated in Cleveland. And man, bro, before I even moved into my house, I was I was at the house one day, and my wife at the time was from California, and her friend called her one day, and she was like, "Do Cray know anything about Eazy E having AIDS?" And she asked me, I was like, "What?" I was like, "Hell no, I ain't heard no shit like that." I'm like, "What the fuck is you talking about?" Yo, 2 days later, that shit was on MTV News. I was like, "What the like, no bullshit." Wow. Then he had tested positive for HIV, and then like a few weeks later, he was dead. So that shit was crazy. It was like, and this all happened within a year. Like, we had only known him for, like, we had only been signed, like, we're not even signed. Like, we'd only been with him like for a year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, before this happened, not even a full year, I don't think. Yeah, it was crazy.
So, damn, like, where y'all go from there? You know, like, Eazy E, you guys called every day, Ruthless Records. You got out there, you got what your idol, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And, after that happens, like, where does the team go from there?
Yo, we was thinking the same shit. We like, yo, we like, this is we like, this is just our luck to make it with the person we want to make it with, and then the shit there's some shit happened like this. We didn't know what was gonna happen. Like we had no idea that this wife was gonna take over the company and all that. You know what I'm saying? We just like, oh shit, we back on the streets, baby. It's it. We like, damn, that's crazy. But then we got called to a meeting. We was in Cleveland. We got called to a meeting, and we find out we the only group they keeping on Ruthless. And we like, hold on, what? Why is that? We like, what the fuck why y'all letting everybody else go? Like, what the hell's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and why y'all just keeping us?
Real quick, sorry. Did he express any issues with Dre and them at the time?
No.
Did he talk to y'all about none of that? The issues that he had with Dre and them? He didn't discuss none of that with y'all.
He told us, he was like, he told us he didn't want us to get into that beef. He was like, I don't want y'all to get. He was like, y'all got a whole different destiny. I don't even want y'all in that beef because like everybody acting like this is a Death Row and Ruthless beef, but this is just a Eazy E and Dr. Dre misunderstanding. They was talking on the phone, bro, about like doing shit. Like he was talking to Cube. Dre, them niggas was still talking.
What?
Bro, them niggas was still talking, bro.
How you know that?
Bro, he would tell us. We was with that scene in the movie, like.
Fuck the movie, man. Talk about you being there.
No. We was here in New York. And we was at the tunnel when he saw Ice Cube. Yeah, that's the first time we came here with Eazy. We came down here to do Yo MTV Raps with Fab Five. Mm-hmm. We was down here doing that, and we went out to the club, and I remember this shit like it was, bro. This was an epic night for me, cause like, you know what I'm saying, like we pull up to the door, the nigga Heavy D at the door like he the bouncer. Nigga Heavy D like, oh shit.
It's my cousin, yeah.
He see Eazy E, this nigga like, oh shit, like they hug, you know what I'm saying, dap up, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm like, oh shit. Eazy like, these my dudes, Doug is working bone. He was like, yeah. I heard him. I'm like, oh shit, nigga. Heavy D say he knows, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit. So then we walk inside the fucking club. We walking through this bitch. Somebody like, I feel somebody like tug my hood, and should I turn around? It's a nigga LL Cool J. This nigga got on like a white mink hat. This nigga like, hey, I see y'all niggas big up. I'm like, nigga LL, nigga. I'm like, what? I'm like, this nigga noticed a nigga. I'm like, get the fuck out of here for real.
Shout to L, man.
Hell yeah. This shit was crazy. So then like we go in, and we see Ice Cube. Oh, and like, we like, oh shit. Like, we thinking it's about to be some fucking beef, bro. We thinking like, we like, what the fuck? We like, oh shit, it's about to go down. Bro, these niggas see each other. It was like, these niggas were so happy to see each other like long lost brothers. Like, they sat down at the bar and chopped it up the whole night. Like, we sat there and got drunk. We was at another table, but like, they sat there and kicked it and chopped it up the whole night. Cube and Eazy. You know what I'm saying? So like, they was talking about doing some shit, but that shit wasn't gonna last. I think once they all saw that Eazy had got rid of Jerry Heller, you know, they was gonna come back with NWA. Like, that was Eazy's mission. Like, he wanted to do that shit, like, for real.
Do you think that shout out to the movie, a great movie. I didn't mean to fuck the movie like that, but great movie.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to tell a story. Do you think that so in the movie when Dr. Dre said, when they said Dr. Dre was in there with him, you believe that he went to the hospital? Because, you know, some people was trying to debunk that Dre ain't go to the hospital to see him when he died. But, like, in the movie, they showed that, like, Dre went to see him the day before he died or some shit like that. Can you believe that? Because
no, I heard, that Dre and Cube went to go see him.
Oh, you heard that back in the days?
Yeah, before the movie came out. Like, I know for a fact Cube went to go see him. Yeah, definitely. But, like, I heard Dr. Dre, all of them went. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody went. Like, Yellow was there, Rain, everybody was up there. Like, yeah.
Oh, you know your shit, man. Encyclopedia in your mind.
Yeah.
So his wife take over.
Yeah. Yep.
They wanted to keep you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happened? Did you guys have another mission?
Man, it was just like we we was still them young dudes, still just like kind of rebellious, just like, you know what I'm saying, like basically like like keeping it real, like we was like, okay, like who the fuck is she? You know what I'm saying? Like trying to tell us what to do, and you know what I'm saying, like da da da. And we just start like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I don't know, man. It was like, it wasn't all. I ain't gonna put the whole blame on Ruthless. Like it was like we played a role in like being young minded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is. And like when you young and you like them niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like you like think everything supposed to go your way. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like.
But who would you expect to take over once he passed away? Like who would you guys have rather be in that position?
I mean, everything was cool. We was cool at first when they was like, okay, we gonna keep y'all and we moving forward. We're like, okay, hell yeah, shit, cool. But I guess it came about when, you know what I'm saying, like, man, honestly, it was just like too many. When you're dealing with a group with 5 members, like Bone, everybody very strong personalities, man. It's just like it's just I ain't met a motherfucker that can handle Bone to date, like no lie, still to date. I wouldn't even suggest you try. Like for real. Like
hold
no.
on. Here you go again. Here you go to
For
paraphrase. Here you go being smooth again. That's
for real.
What did they try to do that y'all didn't agree with, man? Because she's a lady. Were y'all sexist at the time?
No, bro.
Come on, y'all
no,
sexist?
a lot of dudes just try. A lot of people in the industry like tried to control us and tried to like. And every time we sensed that, we always rebel. Like.
Okay, so rebellion, because of y'all were young and who y'all was and different personalities, y'all not having it.
Yeah.
And you felt like, did she come off like a mother, or she came off like trying to tell y'all what to do? Like, was she down talking y'all? Like,
I mean,
it wasn't like.
Yeah, at the time we probably yeah. At the time, because of our mentality, we probably took it like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, knowing we didn't know shit about the game, we didn't like talking about what she know. You know what I'm saying? Like we like. You know what I'm saying? It was just we was just like, man, just rebellious, bro. Like at the time, like basically that's all I could say it was. Like, wasn't
at
trying
the time,
to yeah.
before Eazy Pass, what record y'all had at the time that was like hot before Eazy Pass? What y'all had at the time?
Shit, Eazy Pass before the Eternal album even came out. Like so when he passed, we hadn't even dropped a song from the Eternal album. So I think the last song we dropped was For the Love of Money. Yeah, so it was like, and like that was riding for a minute. You know what I'm saying? That EP was riding for a minute, and Eazy E was like, "Yo, y'all need to get into an album now." You know what I'm saying? And then like, just out the blue, that shit just like happened. It's crazy.
How did y'all get out the deal?
With Ruthless? Man, that shit was like shit. They was, I mean, shit. The term had ran up. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was over. You know what I'm saying? And we was like, yeah, we gonna cut ties, like for real.
That's what it was. The contract ran out.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't do no extra stuff to get out. Y'all ain't do nothing. So y'all still fulfill your obligations.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. And what's crazy is the relationship with Tamika is like it's even better now than it was when we were signed to it. You know what I'm saying? Like we still talk about doing work in the future and projects, and like got some good ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't all like, you know what I'm saying, we hate you, like. Because like I said, man, everybody older now, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I look back on stuff like that and I'm like, okay, yeah, that could have been us right there, you know, agitating that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we just got to man up about it, for real.
Because y'all was kids.
Exactly.
So, back in Cleveland, term ran out. What we doing next?
Bro, like after that, niggas just went, niggas just went all over the place. Like, everybody just started, you know what I'm saying, like, doing their thing. You know, Flesh was locked up. You know, he got stretched 10. Busy was, you know, going through his, whatever he was going through, his mental whatever. And it was basically me, Wish, and Lazy holding the brand down. You know what I'm saying? We was out doing shows. It came down to just us 3 doing shows, like, but we was maintaining though. We still doing sold out shows, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And then we get offered a deal by Swiss Beats. You know what I'm saying? So we get the call. You know, they're like, "Yo, Swiss wanna fuck with y'all." Like, so we're like, "Okay, hell yeah." You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." And man, that shit was it was supposed to be all 4 of us. Busy had agreed to do the deal and everything. Like, but when it came time to like sign and do the deal, it was like the nigga was just like was on some, like I say, he was on some mental shit. Like at that time, he was just going through some shit, whatever he was going through. But yeah, man, so we started fucking with Swizz, and at the time, Swizz was with Clive Davis and J Records. But when we started fucking with him, he was like, "Yo, I'm about to make a move over to Interscope and fuck with Jimmy Iovine. I want to take y'all over there." And so like when we did that, we went out to Phoenix and like started working on this album with Swizz and just us three. And everybody was like, "Oh man, you know, we don't know, you know, it's only 3 members, Busy ain't in the group, da-da-da, yeah." I'm like, "Man, look here, man. Give us a check and get us a studio. We gonna show y'all what we do." You know what I'm saying? And man, we went in there and banged out the album, man, and ended up winning a American Music Award. You know what I'm saying? Like the fans love the album. Album went platinum with just us three. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that was a defining time in Bone Thugs history, because it shows you like it's really not. It is about the members because everybody bringing their stuff, but like people is in love with the music. People love the music. People love like what we brought to them because we connected with people in a whole emotional way. You know what I'm saying? It's like the connection we have with our fans is different. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas is ride or die, like no lie. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's they real with it, like for real.
I mean, what year was this?
This was what year was that? 05, yeah.
So, just be a little curious real quick. Let me get at you for a second. Let me get at you kindly.
Respectfully.
I got a lot of respect for him. I'm gonna say that. You know, so it's not gonna be one of those. So, let's take a little baby steps. Ruthless ran out.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, everybody. Now, when you say and respectfully, when you say Busy was going through something personal, did it have anything to do with how things was going musically, or just was his personal situation within himself?
Yeah, within himself. You know
okay.
What I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And then you said one of the other members got locked up. You said he got 10 years?
Yeah.
And were you guys communicating at all, or you three just decided to keep it moving?
Oh yeah. I mean, like we would communicate with Busy like whenever we could, but he was like off doing this thing, and like whenever we catch him, we catch him.
So off the radar type stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so when y'all do the album with Swizz and stuff like that, and it's just 3 of y'all, and y'all go platinum, what does that do? How does he feel about that? Because he had an opportunity to be a part of it, but he declined because of his own personal issues. How does he feel about that?
I mean, shit. He understand. I mean, he understand he could have been a part of it, but he also understand he had to get his, as a man. He had to tend to them demons. He had to tend to his demons. He had to, you know what I'm saying, like whatever he was going through, he had to handle that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we gave him room to do that. It's like we give everybody. Man, we always say it's a revolving door with Bone. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever you want to step away, you want to take time out, go do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the door's always open if you need, if whenever you want to come back. So it's always been like that. Always.
We didn't talk about the Biggie record. I know you probably talked about it before, but how that came about.
Bro, that shit was crazy because we was out in Cali, and Diddy hit us up. He was like, yo, Big out here. He wants y'all to come to the studio and fuck with his album. We was like, man, shit, say no more. We in that motherfucker. I'm like, so should we go to the studio? Everybody was in that motherfucker. He had the whole like Junior Mafia was up in that motherfucker. Everybody, man, it was like Stevie J. Everybody was in that motherfucker. Like we was in that bitch deep. We had our whole camp, Mo Thug. We had our whole camp up in there, and it was like a party up in there. Like we got some motherfucking wasted shit. We passed out in that motherfucker. And nigga Big was like, yo, is you niggas all right? Our manager was like, yeah, they good. and shit, man. And Big used to chip because he was like, yo, these niggas came in here and passed out, then they jumped right up and went right in the booth, knocked our shit out. Like Big was sitting in there, he was like, yo, these niggas is crazy.
How did that come about though? That record? Do you remember? Like, how did that come about? How did that? You went to the studio. He played it for you. He had the idea, or you guys?
Yeah. What they had the beat. They played the beat for us, and then like when we heard the beat, I was like, oh shit. I went in and started like messing around with the hook, like it's bone in biggie, it's bone in biggie, and then Busy came in like let's ride, get high. You know what I'm saying? And then like we did the hook first, and then like Busy laid his verse, and then what's crazy is I laid my verse, but the verse that I put on the song was a verse I was just warming up with. I was like, and I wasn't gonna use the verse. I was just warming up, and then when I started saying the verse that I was gonna put down, Puff was like, no. He was like, no, do that verse you was just saying. He was like, do that verse first. And I really don't like that verse to this day. You know what I'm saying? That's why on the remix of that song, Notorious Thug, that with Twister, and that's why I went in. Like I was like, fuck this, I'm about to make up for that song because I didn't really like that verse at first. I was like, hey, for real.
Yo, so
really?
Hell no, I didn't.
How did Biggie do? I heard. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I heard somewhere where Biggie redid his verse for that record or something like that. That's true.
Which one?
Notorious Thugs.
No. I know he didn't. He took the song home. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take this to the house." He brought the song back to New York and he laid his verse out here. And then we didn't even hear his part until after he had passed away.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't hear it until it came out on the album. He was like, I was like, yo, this nigga killed it. I was like, this shit is crazy, like, for real.
So,
how'd y'all feel though? My fault. How'd y'all feel though? Because you know he normally don't rap like that. So did y'all feel like honored that he kind of took y'all style? Not took your style, but you know he went with y'all flow on that record. You
hell yeah, bro. That shit, and then the way he did it was so smooth though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it was crazy. I always tell people he killed the record for real. He killed.
I'm in danger.
That's my favorite joint. I ain't gonna
that
lie.
Shit is classic.
That's my
just those couple words. Armed and dangerous. That shit's classic. Right.
That's my go-to like a karaoke song. If we hanging out, we doing karaoke. I pick that song to try to like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Tell us about the Tupac feature.
Bro, so the Pac shit, I wasn't even in the studio, but like we had run into Pac a few times, and like we had always been talking about like doing music. You know what I'm saying? And like, I guess he ran into. I mean, we saw him one time in L.A. at the hotel. We was coming out the hotel. He was going in, and like the first connection we made with him was when he first got out, and he was like, yo, man, I just want to tell y'all, like when I was locked up, I listened to that fucking Crossroads shit every day. Not the remix, the original version. I listened to that shit every day. And he was like, we're like, oh shit, man, that's what's happening. And then we was like, you got some weed? He was like, hell yeah, we got some weed. He was like, they gave us like a big ass bag of weed and was like, man, we gotta get in the studio. So like after that, we kept seeing each other and was like, we need to get in the lab. And then one day, him and Busy ran into each other in traffic, and they went to the studio. And like, man, they went in there, and it was like the first beat they put on, the one we played. Pop was like, "That's the one." But what's so crazy about that beat is, that beat, like, DJ Unique made that beat for Eazy E, and we wrote a song for Eazy E off that beat called "Artillery Shot." We was talking about like Eazy selling guns, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the shit was crazy as fuck. But like,
the gun samples in the background. So I was
yeah, but Eazy never got a chance to use. Eazy never got a chance to use the beat. Never got a chance to use it. Yeah.
I got beef with you now.
What happened?
I didn't have beef with you earlier. I got beef. I just remembered. Nigga, you so used to being cool and wanting to talk and skip the whole shit. You probably tired. You got shit to do. Nigga, we skipped the 95 when you dropped the album with First of the Month, Crossroads and all that shit. You forgot about that?
Oh yeah,
huh?
No.
Ain't gonna do me like that, huh?
No.
I know you don't know. Niggas got verified accounts in here, nigga. I'm popping, nigga. You gotta do. I ain't letting shit like that. How you just gonna slide? I'm over here looking at. Nigga jumped to 2005.
For real.
7.
I thought about it too.
Nigga about 95, nigga.
Yeah, man.
It's the first of the month. Wake up. You forgot about that, nigga. You forgot about your legacy, nigga.
Yeah, for real. That's it. For real. You know.
Bro, you won't be lonely. You forgot about all that?
Yeah, man.
How that shit? How was it? making that album?
Bro, it's so crazy because like most of the material for that album, we had all that shit already written. Because like we had a lot of shit already written before we met E. Like we just used to write the first of the month. We wrote that shit like a year before we even like met Eazy E. Like I remember sitting there, me and Busy was sitting on my mother's front steps, and he was singing like he wrote a song. He had a different verse and he called it the first of the month. And I'm like, bro, that's dope. And then he started singing like it's the first of the month. And then I heard the Marvin Gaye shit in the back. I was like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And like we had this shit like even before we even had a beat to it. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, like Mr. Bill Collector, all them songs like the Weezy stuff. We had all this stuff like before we even like had beats or music to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like that album, we went in there and like really banged it out, like because like we did that with the EP and we knocked the songs out so fast. E was like, yo, he's like, this shit gotta come out now. He's like, let's just do an EP, an introduction, and get this out now. And then y'all go back and work on the album. And that's what we did.
Crossroads.
Yeah,
I think that's first of the month is up there, but Crossroads probably one of y'all biggest crossover. It's always on the top.
That shit was scary when I was a kid.
Yeah, nah, it was a little. The video was a little.
I ain't like that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
The video was a little crazy.
I like the song. The video. What the fuck I was thinking, man?
I used to almost cry watching that video, man. I'm
like,
like,
that came from? That shit was scary. Where the fuck that came from?
They killed the old man in front of the porch.
Yeah.
That whole joint is
like,
why y'all did that, man? I don't like that shit. Who idea was that? Yours, wasn't it?
Nah, man. No.
It was yours.
Nah,
why,
it wasn't
nigga,
mine.
like I know it's yours.
It wasn't mine, bro. That was some director shit, bro. We was like. Yeah, they took it there though, bro.
They did. That was a big record.
That goes down. Like I always see that. I always hit a song and see that song in all of the top hip hop like countdowns, the top 100, whatever. Like of each year is always like up there. So take us through the process for the video. The video now. The video was crazy.
They said that song real quick. That song was for like dedicated to Eazy E or something like that. Is there any validity to that?
I mean, well, the song like the original song we did to it, the one Pac said he liked. The original one was for one of our homies that passed away, and he was the only dead homie we had at the time in the hood. Like, so we was like, we gonna do this song for him. But then while we were out in Cali doing what we was doing, like we lost a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like my cousin was murdered. Wishbone's Uncle Charles was like robbed and killed. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like Lay lost one of his unborn kids. It was just like a lot going on. We was like, yo, my brother-in-law was murdered. So I'm like, it was just crazy. All at the same time, all this was happening. So we was like, yo, we gotta. So in the remix, we mentioned all those people in the remix. We actually made it for all of them. On top of Eazy E passing away. So like it wasn't like we was in the studio like we finna make an anthem, but about to make it hit. We was like, we want to remix this song because everybody died. Like we was in our feelings at that time. Like, we done lost all these people around the same time. So it's like, we want to make this song.
Y'all make the first one?
Yeah.
No, when did y'all make the first one?
We made the first one, because the album was out when the second one came out. So the first one came out with the actual album, Eternal album, and the remix we did after the album was out. Yeah.
That shit was scary.
You for real?
Yeah, it was scary. Yeah, you know that. It's not funny. So now everybody got I just always had a question real quick, like, because I see a lot of things online, and I'm gonna take a left turn, like. Did y'all ever know Twista at the time? Like, did y'all ever meet him personally back then? Did y'all know him? Because I remember back in the days, Beef DVD days. I remember that Beef DVD. You remember Beef DVD? Mm-hmm. It was some who started it first and who started that and all that extra stuff. Did y'all know him before, or it was more like we were out for a long time, so we sort of followed? Like, how did that whole thing stem? Who felt the way? Cause you just cool with whatever it is. I really don't trust you, but you cool. Like I don't trust him. You can't trust. He's too slick. It's him, man. Shot the nigga in the leg by mistake. All type of crazy things did. scared. He didn't want to get his man told him to get out the car. He didn't want to leave. It's him.
My God.
You gotta watch him, G. I'm telling you, pay attention.
So he not cool?
He is cool, but he's slick, man. He's slick. You know that look. He trying to like. How did that stem though? Y'all never met him at all. So the first time, tell me the first time you might have heard about Twista, and why did y'all end up feeling the way? Even if somebody did take or were influenced by y'all, like walk me through that, please.
Bro, we had never like met Twista. Had honestly never heard of Twista. Like no lie, like we had never been outside of Cleveland. You know, so like we was like. The style we're clear, like I told you, like where I got the idea from was from Big Daddy Kane. I told Kane this, you know what I'm saying? I had to too, you know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite MCs, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the first time we started hearing it was like when, was around the time like when like Do or Die came out. And when Do or Die came out, I remember somebody playing me something that Twista had did earlier in the days. I was like, oh shit, that is kind of early, like. But we had never heard it. I was like, oh, so this nigga was out, Twista was out, like he was out doing this thing, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we was doing our thing, probably locally, like he was doing, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a coincidence, like it was just crazy how this shit happened, like. But he was doing this thing.
You can acknowledge that he was doing this thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, bro, we done sat up and had this conversation because we had a conversation like shit. What was the beef about? We was like, I don't know. Who rapped the fastest, I guess. Don't nobody even give a damn about that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, shit, let's get this money for real. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Twista.
What about
all love?
It was a situation between you guys and DJ Paul, right? Or 36 Mafia.
Bro, that's my nigga. Like he just hit me. I just talked to DJ Paul, bro. Like we working on the album right now, me and him. Like no lie, it's going down for real. That's my nigga.
But back then though, it was a situation about
bro. Back then it was crazy. Again, I don't even know what the beef was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we was just young. Everybody was just, you know what I'm saying? Testosterone, niggas like trying to stake their claim, and we the best. We did it first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, it's the shit to go on in hip hop. It's hip hop has always been competitive, man. And then when you got somebody in your lane that's like, you know what I'm saying, claiming to be them niggas or that nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? You want to know who they is. Like, bottom line, that's what it was. He was young and full of being competitive, you know what I'm saying? Like for real.
These niggas crazy. So these things are ego things, basically ego and pride, and just misunderstandings. Because obviously, we can tell that you're past it. You're past feeling these,
Oh yeah.
Shout out to DJ Paul. I'm just gonna go down some lines, man. What was the whole dog pound situation about?
Bro, it was. That shit was just like basically like I told you, Eazy told us like he didn't want us to get involved with it, but it's like, like the kind of dudes we was. It was like,
yeah, I know.
We like, bro, like if we with you and some shit jump off, like what we just supposed to do? Like we ain't gonna get involved with it. I mean, like then y'all gonna be talking about it. Why y'all didn't help? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's just like for real. So it was like you know what I'm saying? I mean, but it nothing really got serious with their whole beef. It was a couple words said back and forth and on the records, and like we even had a few like altercations in person, you know what I'm saying? But it never really came down to like no physical crazy shit. Like me and Corrupt talked about it one time on my show. Corrupt was like, yo, bro, he was like, if the shit would have went down, we'd have tried to kill each other. Like
you just said you had altercations in person. What you talking about? Arguments in person?
Yeah.
Pushing, shoving?
No. Just words back and forth, you know what I'm saying? You know how niggas be out there, ruthless, you know what I'm saying? Dog pound, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I can picture it.
Yeah.
The whole, what happened with the Eminem situation?
What's that?
Well, they say, I guess, was it Busy and Eminem? Like did Eminem have some sort of, did Bone Thugs, or that's probably Busy and Eminem?
No, not that I know of. I don't think nobody had that with Eminem at all. Yeah,
yeah, some sort of.
Not that I know of.
Okay, got you. Let's see. So just one more thing I wanted to ask you pertaining to that, because who or what situation transpired that we don't know about?
What you mean? Like,
you know what I mean?
No.
I'm about to go in the closet on this nigga, man.
You ain't been over there in a long time, man.
I'm about to go.
You ain't been in the closet in a long time.
Slick, man. Yeah, I'm about to go to the closet with this nigga.
Oh, man. Here we go. You go? Nah.
Yo, what situation we don't know, but not trying to hash anything. I just said, like, what situation that that, or even if I can tell you past a lot of things and I can see the growth, so I want to salute you. I'm just saying, what situation that, whether it's misunderstandings or something that might have happened with an artist or somebody that we don't know about, or that might have flew under the radar.
Oh man, I mean, I don't know. Like everybody knows just about, you know what I'm saying? Our fans know just about everything. Like, I mean, I don't know.
It's 5 of you niggas.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's 5 of you niggas. Keep that in mind. It's 5 of you niggas.
Yeah, bro, them niggas crazy too. Like,
I can tell all y'all niggas look crazy. And
Yeah.
there was so there's no situation where somebody had to call in and say, yo man, just let that go, or a misunderstanding, whether it was in the studio, whether it was somebody didn't, you know, what situation you
bro, like,
nowadays?
I mean,
niggas didn't get on records when y'all ask niggas to, like shit
no,
like that.
No, I think that, well, a time where, you know, we had to have somebody like mediate, I think was back in the, when we had, when some shit had jumped off with us and the Wu-Tang. But it was crazy because it was like, it wasn't just us and the Wu-Tang, it was us and the Wu-Tang. It was like Dog Pound was in there. It was like everybody turned on us that night. It was crazy, bro. It was like, it's like everybody.
What happened?
We was in there, bro. So look, so Leora and Russell Simmons, they invited us to a party, man, Christmas party. They invited us to a Christmas party, bro. Christmas party, bro. Like
the most happiest fucking day of the year. The most happiest day of the month, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
So look, so you know, we been from, like, we ain't, like, we wasn't understanding, like, people don't get to the club out here till, like, you know, like late. So nigga, we pull up, we get to the spot like 10. We in this motherfucker, like, we get in this motherfucker and go hard till we drunk by like 12. It's done, like. We gone, like, and we in there with our entourage. We got more thugs. We got like our whole little crew up in there, and like we just kicking it. So like, bro, just out of the blue, I think one of the homies we was with bumped into somebody's girl that was with somebody. This girl was with somebody from the Dog Pound, I believe. So like, when this, you know, they came and they. You know, they came and they tried to, you know what I'm saying, they was like, yo, homie, you know what I'm saying, you bumping my girl, like spilling her drink, and like the person we was with, he flipped out, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we got this altercation going on, and I don't even know how the whole situation with the Wu-Tang shit, like, just, I don't even know. Next thing I know, I think it was Ghostface and Lazy was arguing, and it was crazy, bro. This shit was crazy. And next thing I knew, I heard a whole bunch of motherfuckers like, woo. We like, oh shit, that mean they own us, baby. Like, they own us, baby. Like, I'm like, shit, nigga, we in New York City. I'm like, so it was like, so the nigga, I remember, like, our whole camp, like, the shit was so heated, like, at this point, like, the motherfucker, and I think other niggas was fighting too, cause the party had broke up. Like, the music stopped, and like we backing out the motherfucker back to back. You know what I'm saying? With our entourage making sure, cause only one way in this motherfucker. We backing our way out, and I remember like niggas just talking to us. I heard niggas screaming out like, "This ain't the West Coast, Bone." We like, nigga, we ain't from the West Coast, nigga. We from Cleveland. What the fuck y'all talking about? Like, we was like, no lie. You know what I'm saying? So then we go. The nigga Wish walking out flipping, talking about, oh, nigga, fuck the East Coast. We had love for the East Coast. Big like, come on now, Wish. Come on, you know it ain't like that, Wish. Big sitting at the bar, bro, all this shit going on, niggas wilding. Big sitting at the bar still drinking. Like, come on now, Wish. It ain't like that. I'm like, bro, the shit was wild that night. Then the nigga Chris Lighty, rest in peace. The nigga Chris Lighty pulls up in the front with the Suburban, like, come grab us, like, let's go now. Snatched all of us out, threw us in the back of the Suburban, bro, pulled us out. So we hear like the Wu-Tang niggas wanted to kill us. They wanted to do a scene, and Fat Joe had to, you know, the homie, that's been our homie like since from day one, Fat Joe and the Terror Squad, you know what I'm saying? He was like,
Fat Joe.
Yeah, Fat Joe had to step in, you know what I'm saying, like, and, you know, like, squash and shit. Joe was like, yo, nah, them my niggas. Like, them my niggas.
Did it get physical in there?
No. It didn't get physical. It was a bunch of pushing, shoving.
So it was in there? Ghostface, Raekwon, all them niggas?
No, Raekwon, we actually, as we were leaving out, Raekwon, Method Man, Leor and our manager was coming in together at the time. Because we was cool as fuck with Method Man and Raekwon. Like, we was coolest out of all the Method's our nigga to this day.
Shout to Meth.
We always been cool with Method Man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when Meth saw what was happening, he was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? He was like, yo, y'all niggas just leave. We take care of this shit. Like, just leave. We was like, cool. And we bounced. But the shit just happened so fast. And it wasn't even nobody nothing directly with us. It was like, you know how this shit gets started with entourage niggas and like the niggas with you, so you got to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody's fucking cousin or something.
Well, yeah, y'all was outnumbered tremendously.
Hell, what? Come on, man. We in New York. Hell yeah. Shit.
At a Christmas party.
At a Christmas party.
Drunk and shit didn't go there.
And then Leor see us the next day, like, y'all ruined my party. We was like, what the fuck you gonna blame us? We didn't do it, motherfucker. Like, what the hell? It's crazy.
So how was it able to rectify? Like how did you
all that shit just died, man. And then my like every time we see the Wu-Tang, man, we talking about doing something. We talking about going on tour. We talking about like making some shit happen. Like RZA, that's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like Meth, Raekwon, Ghostface, all that ain't nothing but love, man, for real.
You tell us a DMX story. You guys went on tour with X before, yes?
Oh yeah, that nigga that's a cool nigga for real.
What was that like?
Bro, cool, man. Always positive, man. Like, always. Like, no matter what, like, always positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like, full of energy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, full of energy. Like, every time he sees us, like, come on, let's pray. You got to get in that huddle with him. You know what I'm saying? And nigga say, like, hey, take the hat off. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the hat off. You know what I'm saying? But, like, he was real with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people ain't, you know what I'm saying, they like you know, they're scared to talk about God and like give it up for him in public. You know what I'm saying? Like he would go live and do it. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what people need though, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't scared to do that and be consistent with it. You know what I'm saying?
We see that, yeah, because in here it says that you know, you were Jehovah. Are you a Jehovah Witness to this day? You still a Jehovah Witness?
No, I'm not baptized.
I'm not baptized.
Yeah.
Your daughter got baptized?
Yeah, my daughter, my son. Yeah. My daughter,
you don't talk about religion too much. You don't like to get into religion.
Oh yeah.
Conversation?
Oh yeah. Definitely. I firmly believe what Jehovah's Witnesses teach. Definitely, to the fullest. It's just, you know.
Are you in it? Like.
It's certain things in your life you have to, you know, it ain't just like you can just go. You have to have your life right. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no just like no. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody is accepted, but you have to meet requirements. You know what I'm saying? For real. So it's serious.
Because it's a fourth generation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you strongly believe. Because you know when you think about shout out to Jehovah Witnesses. You know they come in the door with the pamphlets. They you know they very serious. Salute. You know, not no jokes. No,
definitely
make fun. But you know, when I read this, man, you know, it seemed like you really neck deep as far as in the faith. Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I was raised in it, and when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, it kind of went over my head. But as I got older and I went out into the world, I experienced the record industry and just everything, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of what I learned made absolute sense. And now that I'm watching the news and seeing what's going on in this world, it makes total sense. You know what I'm saying? Everything is logical. Everything is adding up. You know what I'm saying?
Do you try to recruit people like the Jehovah?
Well, like I said, I'm not qualified to do that because I'm
okay. It's a qualification
because I'm not baptized. You have to be baptized, but I talk to everybody I can about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to be baptized to talk to people about. You know what I'm saying?
To recruit.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they come to your doorstep. You guys come.
Oh yeah,
serious.
Definitely.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not afraid or reluctant.
Yeah. They do that. They do that because that's what Jesus did. Same thing he did. You know what I'm saying? He went door to door. He went to the people. The people didn't come to him. They did go to him, but he made sure he went to the people as well. So they doing the same thing.
Are you planning on getting baptized or?
At some point, yes, sir. Yes, indeed. Like for real.
Sure?
I'm positive.
When?
Definitely. Very soon, bro.
When you finish like misbehaving?
No, I'm doing music. If you notice, like all these stories I'm telling y'all was like my prior. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like the whole mission I'm on now was a whole different mission. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you got kids and and you realize what kind of world we living in, you know, it's like things ain't so, everything ain't a joke no more. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
It's real serious.
I don't want to make fun of anything pertaining to religion, man. I salute you. And stuff like that.
All good, bro.
I have a couple more questions, and then I'm, you gotta use the bathroom and shit. So.
No, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
I was making sure you guys. I'm about to say you could use the bathroom real quick. Nigga. You gotta use the bathroom. What happened with the whole verses? What happened with that?
Bro, I have no idea, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. All I know is me and Paul, we was gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we had set the whole thing up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We set the whole thing up, and we were just gonna do it just for the fun of it, you know. And one of my cats from Orlando hit me. He like, yo, y'all should Swizz might want to do this, and I was like, yeah, I don't think they want to do it though. You know what I'm saying? And then Swizz hit me up, and Swizz DM'd me. Was like, what's up, King? I'm like, shit, what's happening? I'm like, bro, I was like, it's crazy because Paul just said like we should try to get at you. And then like he hit me and was like, let me get your number. And I shot him my number, and like we was going back and forth with the people, and they was saying they was gonna do it, but this shit just never happened, bro. Like Paul said he actually talked to Swizz on the phone, and he told him that it was gonna happen, but I don't know how it fell through. So people keep asking me about that. I'm like, bro, I have no control. I don't know what happened for real.
So you they didn't talk to the business. It's you.
Yeah.
Who they talk to?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Yeah. I was the one doing the whole thing. Like, yeah, from the jump. Yeah.
That's your man, G.
Yeah.
Nah. So it just shelved it. He didn't say anything about it anymore or whatever.
No. Yeah. I ain't hear nothing about it.
How you feel about the situation with Amigos saying that they got the you think about that?
I want to know how to refer this. Yeah, man. Hold on here. Take my brain. Yeah, just do it. Yeah.
You see, so how I feel about what now?
You know what we said. Stop hearing what he said.
No.
How you feel about anybody gonna go to again?
You know what he said.
He in the closet. That's all.
Yo, you heard what he said, man. You heard what he said.
Man.
He's a why you so cool like that, man?
Wow.
How you feel about that, man? You're my man, actually.
How you feel about Migos? Claiming that what did he say? He got more money than y'all, or something like that.
He said that.
It was talking some money talk.
Yeah, bro.
How they even came up?
Bro, for one, I don't get involved with that shit, bro. Like, so what if you do? So what if you don't? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what do that mean? Like, what do that mean? I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? Like,
I think it came up because I think Migos, one of them was saying that they are the best hip hop group of all time. Yeah. That's how it happened. And I mean,
bro, and like you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm gonna say like I told Lay, like because I had a conversation with Lay, and like I voiced to him that I didn't think he should have responded back to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had that conversation on the phone. I was like, bro, like, why? I'm like, bro, when have you ever known a rapper not to say they're the greatest? When have you ever? I'm like, to get into hip hop, you have to get in with an ego anyway. I'm talking about even back when Curtis Blow and them niggas, they was talking about I'm the greatest, I'm the freshest MC, can't nobody see me. It was the same shit. You was talking about how you was the coldest, ain't nobody better than you. It just has elevated, like the bragging just has elevated. You know what I'm saying? But hip hop has always been competitive like that. I've never heard nobody come in like rapping like, oh, I think I'm the greatest. I'm almost the best. Never, ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody is gonna claim like, and you have the right to, because like you can't get in here being mediocre. You have to feel like you are the best in order to even have the you know what I'm saying, to compose you, to stand with the best. Like you gotta psych yourself up, like, bro, because it's some niggas that's whack as hell, and these niggas get confidence like they dope. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, I mean, everybody do it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I don't care, but I understand what Lazy Bone was more of, like he was fed up with the fact that people don't give Bone their respect as being the niggas who like what we did, like how
I was gonna ask you that next.
changing the style of rap, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, hip hop has changed a few times, and we was one of those groups that changed that.
100%.
Changed it. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
So how do you feel when how do you feel? Like
What?
fuck all that cool shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know you too cool for school. You in front of the bus, you smooth. We see it. How did you feel? I want to know your feelings.
I thought the cool kids in the back of the bus.
Nah, he in the front. He one of the different cool kids.
Oh, okay.
He in the front. He cool with the whole fucking staff, nigga.
Oh,
yeah, he that cool. He can do whatever he want. How did you feel when you heard it? Even though you ignored it, you told him to ignore it because what you said is right. How did you feel like when the insults started to come together? Like, does that make you feel away, or you just feel like they're doing what they're doing? And how do you feel about the Migos music itself, honestly?
Bro, what's so crazy is I was having some conversation. It was some conversations with my people and they people about even like, you know, like possible collaborations at some point. You know what I'm saying? So okay. I'm more like on bridging the gap with the younger and the older generation, because like it's a pattern, it's a cycle that's going on that ain't nobody realizing. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason they're trying to keep the younger generation beefing with the older generation, is because they don't want the older generation passing that knowledge down to them. Like the record industry, they say like, you know, like people that from the era that we come from is washed up. That ain't even the case. The situation is niggas done got older and niggas got smarter. We know the worth. We know what we deserve. They don't want to deal with that. They like, let's keep getting them young, dumb, and just want some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and before they realize they're in the situation and read the contracts, we already got them. And they in millions of dollars in debt. Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, what the older generation need to be doing is schooling these cats so this cycle can be broken at some point. Because if not, it's just going to keep doing the same shit, bro. Like,
you know what I think, though? You know, I'm the shit talker. I think because in y'all eyes, the OGs, y'all had to sell records the hard way.
True.
It wasn't the internet. Yeah, we know how y'all think. We know, nigga. We know. You had to sell the hard way. Niggas got to get up, go to the fucking store, buy it, go to, was it Best Buy, Radio Shack and shit like that, and all those bullshit. Yeah, buy the records.
All that shit,
yeah.
Music Factory.
Music Factory. You had to go buy the records, the CD, the hard copies.
Yeah.
That's what, and then now, because it's so easy now. It's easy, right? And a lot of the OGs, you know, feel like homage should be paid, which is rightfully so. Mm-hmm. I think when I have these conversations with hip hop pioneers, the thing is like, you know, it was much harder back then to go platinum and double platinum and stuff like that. It was hand in hand promotion. It was the bus outside. It was touring and stuff like that. Street teams and stuff like that. Yeah. So you know what I mean, but times has changed, man. Y'all get what they say. Times has changed.
Yeah, no, that's real, bro. Like, bro, that's real, bro. Like, your times has changed. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock nothing these cats is doing. You know, I know the game changed. I know the game is going to change, but nothing stays the same. In order for it to elevate, it has to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, my only problem with hip hop is that they try to force feed you one kind of music, when there's so many other forms of hip hop out there.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many other talented rappers. There's so many other forms of hip hop. Trap is one, but there's so many other ones outside of that people are talented. Like, people are being like muzzled because they don't want to conform to what's on the radio. It's
which
like
is what, mumble rap type thing, and
I mean, whatever they call it. I don't even listen to, bro. I don't even listen to a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a few dudes I do listen to and fuck with, bro. But at some point, it's like, okay, like, it's like, who's talking about breaking the cycle of what's going on in the music? If everybody's doing the same thing, everybody's sounding the same and doing the same, who's like schooling people as to like changing what's going on? Like, it's like no room for nobody like trying to school people on what's going on. They totally brush that out the way. And it's people that want to hear it, but they don't hear it. You know what I'm saying? Because they force feeding us one form of hip hop. Bottom line.
What about your children? Do they listen to those music?
Yeah, because they being force fed. Like, they have no choice to listen to that. Like, yeah, I school them and like let them hear other music, and they listen to what I listen to. But you know what I'm saying? Like, when it come down to like them relating to their era or their generation, that's what they have to listen to. So that's what they're gonna listen to.
So do you blame like radios, like Hot 105? Do you blame radios, or who are we holding accountable for feeding the music?
Yeah.
You know, are we blaming the stations?
Yeah,
You know,
all of them, record executives, program directors, because they programming you to what they want you to hear. That's why you hear the same song 50 damn times a damn day. You know what I'm saying? Because they programming you to, even if you don't like the song, you find yourself singing the damn song because they programming you. That's what the program director does. Program you to like the damn song, for real.
But late at night they play Bone Thugs and Biggie. Late at night on the radio, if you drive it, you hear it.
Well, yeah. Sometimes. Sometimes.
I heard that shit late at night mad time, nigga, like 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, for real.
I heard that shit.
For real.
No, but so you feel like, damn, that makes sense. I never thought about it like that. But nobody really listens to radio these days. They're gonna say that's gonna be their response. Nobody really listens to radio. So do you feel like the other genre of music needs to get as much promotion as the music that's getting promoted now? Like, what would be your answer to this issue?
But I don't think that's true that nobody listens to the radio, because if nobody listens to the radio wouldn't exist. They're surviving some way. Like people still listening to the radio. Like people try to say that radio don't matter. It does, because it's a machine. It's a big machine, and people still have the mentality to where you're on the radio, you somebody. So the radio still has its PowerPoints, definitely. You know
So
what
you
I'm
don't think the internet and so much access is in a different, because now you have access to these songs easier. You don't have to wait till it play on the radio. You can just go type it up. You don't think that changed how things are format, or you just think that radio is radio, the internet is internet? You know what I mean? I think that the people that listen to the radio are, I don't know who, I don't want to be insulting, but niggas that go to work in the morning and shit like that.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
they go to work,
that's probably true.
But put the radio on.
But more people are, more people are, you know what I'm saying, like listening to what they want to listen to when they want to listen to it. Yeah,
true.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. And that and that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But just like, man, what I'm saying, like, I really don't care about. I'm really not gonna lose no sleep if niggas pay homage or not, because you know what I'm saying. Like I said, like, I know I'm always a confident dude. I'm not arrogant, but I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's two different things. Like, people try to confuse it sometimes, but it's two different things. And like, I don't need, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't need like the accolades and like people telling me like your music, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fans is who we do it for, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it's about.
Yeah.
First and foremost. It is though. It is, bro. Like, cause really, like, these people tell you what? I mean, what do they do? They give you awards, but what does that shit really mean though? Like, it's like, yeah, you done some shit, but it's like the fans, when people tell me our music saved their lives, and you know what I'm saying, they's about to commit suicide, and we stopped them from doing that. That's what it's really about, bro. Like, and that's what people should be like doing it for, like, cause for real talk.
I think it's important for the new fans to understand where these ideas and these things came from too, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not that you should be out there pushing for them to play your music and play your albums from back in the days, but I feel like it's important for artists that's out now to pay the homage. Not saying that you have to ask them for it, but I think that, me personally, I think it's important for them to pay the homage so that the culture can keep evolving. You know what I'm saying? And everyone can be educated on who started what, who did what, who did. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree, and I agree with that to the extent of the benefit of the artist, because I tell artists all the time, if you're interested in longevity and not being a fly-by-night dude, you're going to want to be interested in the history of hip-hop. You cannot have longevity if you do not know or respect the history to which you come from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these cats that come out, you know what I'm saying? Like this generation, like, keep it real, they known for taking shortcuts. I tell them shortcuts lead to short success. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a shortcut ain't always the best way, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, a lot could happen, but you could lose it real quick. So it's like, man, just like, yeah.
But shortcuts are made to be taken.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, even if it's made to be taken, you wouldn't really be able to, I guess, as quick as it comes, it can go as quick, especially the route that you take.
Yeah, a lot of shortcuts in there. When you relate it to the game, niggas want to get the fast money. Yeah, the shit comes. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, that shit stops abruptly at the same time.
What was your? You know, I don't mean to get a little personal, but what was your love life like back in the days? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I see you married now. You know, salute to you and your wife, and your family. But you said you had a wife prior to that.
Yeah.
Were you a sucker for love ass nigga? Like it's easy for you to fall in love? Nah, I'm just saying. Was it easy for you? Nah, I fuck with this nigga. I like this nigga. I just want to know he's smooth, man. I just want to know he's smooth, man. I always want to do that.
Hey, no, bro. But man, keep it 100 with you, bro. Like back in the hood, I was one of them dudes. I was more like on the NWA Eazy E tip when it came to like females, because that was our favorite group. So it was like I was always that dude, like, you know, fuck a bitch and I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it wasn't until I went to LA to where I met my first wife. You know what I'm saying? And like when I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like it was cool, but it was just like, when I got married at first, I really wasn't ready to get married. You know what I'm saying? I just did it because it felt like the thing to do. Like, you know, she was pregnant. It was, you know, it was the thing to do. That was my first real relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm about to have some money now. I can take care of it. You know, so I can take care of it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This thing to do. And it was just like, I was just going through the motions, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just going through relationships, and being that, you know, I had just really started. You know what I'm saying? I had got into the game at the time I, you know, got into the relationship. It just wasn't good timing, because I didn't know what was coming. I didn't know that we was in for like what we was in for, like, for real. It was just crazy, for real.
Were you in love, or you just feel like you was? She got so hold on. You didn't mean to get up. Be careful what you say. Be careful. I won't cause no trouble for you.
I wasn't trying not to. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted some protection.
I don't want you calling me like, yo, Flip, yo, y'all niggas got me. No. Were you in love at the time, or it just happened?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess I was in love at the time.
Where you met this lady at, man? Stop playing.
L.A. Yeah.
How long you knew before she got pregnant?
Yeah, I knew her for a while. Yeah.
What's a while?
Like maybe a year. Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
She had the baby within a year, nigga.
No.
Huh?
No.
You know for a month, huh?
No. No, seriously though, no.
Oh, for real? So you, how long you were married to her for?
Yeah, we married like 6 years. No, like 7 years.
7 years?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Damn. But y'all get along? Y'all live together? Y'all got along at all?
Yeah.
That's why y'all got divorced, nigga.
Bro, I was just like, bro, that was the prime of it. Bro, come on, bro. That's like.
So you was cheating, infidelity.
Bro, we was wilding, bro.
Not we. No, stop bringing we.
No.
Talk about you.
Don't bring your boys into it.
No. Hey, look, this bigger than Nino Brown. This bigger than Nino Brown, baby.
G Money, you know.
Chill. So hold on, I'm just saying, were you got caught cheating?
Bro, like,
don't blame the guys.
No, I'm not blaming. No, bro. No, it wasn't that. I just wasn't ready to be in a relationship, bro. And that's just what it was.
Did you do her wrong? Cause you say, yo, Flip, I did her wrong. Or
man, I done a lot of bad stuff.
Let's talk about your baby mother. Did you do her wrong? Your wife wrong?
No,
your ex-wife.
No, I didn't do it wrong.
Oh, look at that.
No, I didn't do it wrong.
Prideful.
I didn't do it wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how it ended it wasn't good, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, we cool as hell now, though.
Respect. God bless.
Yeah,
God bless.
Yeah.
But you still might have messed up. You gotta take accountability. Why you don't take accountability?
I do. I messed up a lot of relationships.
I don't give a fuck about that.
Hey, look. I tell you the truth, it's probably me and most of the motherfuckers, like, for real.
I word.
Keep it 100. Bro, come on, bro. This game, and like, come on, bro. Shit's just crazy.
You ever got your heart broken in this game? Have you messed with a celebrity chick and got your heart broken? You wouldn't even tell if you did, would you?
No, I've never did a celebrity chick. I never really. It just don't mix up. I'm gone, you gone all the time.
What about video vixens? You ever dated with her?
No.
You just lied to me, man. I see it.
No, I ain't. No, bro.
I can see it in your eyes.
No.
So your wife now, they said you've been a long time girlfriend. Shout out to her. She put up with a lot.
Yeah.
She put up with a lot. You can give her the credit. So you know what? She put up with a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What made you want to tie the knot with her? What made you want to settle down?
Man, just getting, like I said, just growing and maturing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like moving on to that next level. Because, like I said, the next level for me is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's grown up. It's real grown up. Like people ain't gonna even understand like when I go there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be totally different from what I'm doing now. So it's just like for real.
I don't know what for real. What
for real?
You got to break it down.
No, I'm just saying that
you just change.
On more the spiritual level. You know what I'm saying?
So you feel like that goes over people's head when you talk about it? Do you feel like people are sort of like reluctant from understanding the spiritual level? You think anybody will understand that? So like, cause you a mellow guy, man. Like you cool, you mellow. You know what I mean? So I ain't give it to him. You got to appreciate. Yeah. But do you feel like? Is it like what I said? I'm not gonna waste my time. Like, how do you feel about that? Because you said it's really on a spiritual level. Why don't you get into those details?
No, just saying what I'm going to do. Like I'm like I tell you, but I'm eventually, bro. I'm eventually going to, not eventually. Like, I mean, like soon. You know what I'm saying? Like going to like pursue what I know I need to pursue, and that's serving God, like wholeheartedly, whole-minded, whole soul. Just full-fledged, and that's what's in my future, like for real. Regardless of what's going on now, that's my future, like for real.
And she put up with a lot of bullshit.
Oh yeah. Like I said, everybody I've ever been with has put up with bullshit, like for real, like cause. Come on, man. Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm just saying. I got to get them in trouble with the Bone Thugs and Harmony. Them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta get them in trouble too.
It's
a team effort, right?
Team effort. We brothers, baby. We brothers, baby. Family thing.
How many children do you have?
I got 4 boys and 6 girls.
Wait, hold the fuck up.
Real deal. Niggas say, wait.
Yo! 10.
Niggas are crazy.
Yo, 10 children?
10.
Yeah, man.
How many baby mothers you got?
4.
I don't want to get you in trouble. You can name all your children?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hell yeah.
Today, what's that name?
Hell yeah. Okay, my stepdaughters, Tiara. My oldest daughter, Destiny. Second oldest, Melody. Third oldest daughter, Malaysia. Youngest daughter, Niasia. My oldest son, LaRon. Second oldest, Anthony. Third oldest, Nathan. Youngest, Anthony. I named 2 Anthony because, you know, it's like that.
Oh, see?
After me.
Round of applause for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gave me that look. Yeah. Go give me that look. Niggas can't name all their children sometimes, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure.
Are they close? Like, what's the relation?
Yes, indeed.
Children?
Yes, indeed. They all, and they do music, too. Yes, indeed.
Shout out to them. We got a question from the producer, Basky. He said, your favorite artist coming out of Cleveland and that represents right. He asked Kid Cudi, Machine Gun Kelly. He said, do you have a favorite artist besides your group that come out of Cleveland that you give praises to, or you don't really listen to niggas?
Man, I rock with all of them, bro. I support everybody that come from Cleveland, like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Cudi, Machine Gun, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that reigned from there, bro. Everybody that has come from there, like, because it's hard to get out of there, like, so you're like, they can make it up out of there, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand niggas say if you make it out of New York, you can make it, but nigga, you make it out of Cleveland, nigga, for real. Like, you make it out of there, it's like, nigga, like, you done something, for real. That's why when niggas make it, they never say nothing about that motherfucker. Niggas like, I'm getting the hell away from that motherfucker, for real. Like, only seldom few come back and say something about the city, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's real.
Did you ever go back? Do you go back? I mean,
always. Oh yeah.
Do you still have?
Always. And when I'm doing, not only do I go back right now, I'm in the process of acquiring the property of my old elementary school to build a Ohio Performing Arts Museum and a BTNH Academy. And all that shit, like for real. It's going down, baby. It's going down. It's going down, baby.
I think it's one of them. I think it's one of them.
He too slick.
Go back to the hood for that, man.
G,
Come on,
G,
man.
gonna give it to G.
I like that type
It's
of stuff
going
for the
down.
kids, man.
G,
Yes,
no.
indeed.
G.
He cool, man.
G, no. He not cool, man. He's slick.
One time for the kids in the community, man.
Last movie talk. How you cool, man?
He go back to the hood, man.
For
Why you
real.
gave it to? I thought we was gonna come on, man.
That's pretty good. I like
That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was fire.
Man, definitely. for
How
sure.
was the process coming along?
Bro, I got the mayor, I got the councilman. Everybody is like, they're like it fits right into what we doing. So it's like what I want to do. I want to have a museum of all the artists that made it from Ohio, to give inspiration to the people that's trying to get out of there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see all these people made it from here. It's possible for you to make it. And also not like not just the museum, but like the actual academy to teach people like the industry, how to engineer, how to do podcasts, how to do everything in the industry on the outside to the inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and it's smack dead in our hood, like where we were born and raised at. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Salute to you for that, man.
Yes, indeed.
I respect that. You have any?
Yeah. So, what else is going on with Krayzie? What's going on with the whole team, the Bone Thugs and
Yeah, I
Harmony?
heard that tour
Bro.
in 2018.
Yeah. You said what? We what?
They said y'all toured.
Yeah. We actually getting ready to load back up and get back out like at the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we like
Oh, you thought I didn't know that, huh?
back on the move, man. We back on the move. I just released a album. You know what I'm saying? It's a weed album. Yeah. This is
album?
it. Yeah.
See it? Toast it up. Don't break it. Don't break it. First of all, why you ready to see CDs?
Yeah, oh, you got to, man. Classic. Got to. Our fans still want them CDs. They
Facts.
still want them. Like, for real. They like opening it up, looking at the pictures, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real.
You want to open it?
All day.
Slow down over there, my nigga. Slow down. Shout out. Who can you just shout the team out for me real quick? Who's
Yeah,
here?
this is my partner right here with my clothing label, The Life Entertainment.
Shout out to you.
And I do music with like we've been partners for like over 10 years. Like, been,
Since 03.
yeah.
Those three?
20 years.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Put some respect.
This is my assistant right here. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for a little while. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah.
She is assistant, man. You know,
Yeah.
we've been getting a lot of calls. I've been getting calls from my team, about certain requests.
Yeah.
She's adamant, man. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what type of nigga you are, man, what type of threats you be making, but she made sure she wanted to get shit done.
Yeah, for real.
My fault, G.
Yeah.
I'm nah. She wanted to get shit done, man. What, right? I got to call again. I said, what happened? You know what I mean? But salute. So thank you, G Money. I appreciate that. So, real quick before we, and I'm going to ask a favor in a little bit, but how much solo albums did you do?
How much what?
Solo albums that you did you do?
I did like real albums, not mixtapes. I did like 4 or 5. Yeah.
Look at this. Founded by Krayzie Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony, and we didn't ask him what made them change the name to Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Mm-hmm.
Legends.
Yeah. And that's I also got my own strand of weed called Leagues of Legend as well. That I will be bringing down here to New York very, very soon.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Chill out.
For real.
So how long, like when did you, how long it took you to record this and give us the process of what it took to put this together?
Man, I've been recording that. I actually started recording it like before the whole COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when COVID hit, I had, really had the opportunity to go in and just like really nail it out. And at the same time, like I said, I was getting ready to launch my strand, my own weed strand that I launched out in Cali as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's called Leagues of Legend. So that brand is, what I'm doing with that brand is I'm trying to go around and get strands from other legendary rappers, entertainers, actors, and have a strand in their name. So if I can get a strand from Willie Nelson, a strand from the nigga Mr. T, Snoop, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Crazy Wiz.
Wiz, anybody of legendary status, you know what I'm saying? Like having them representing the brand. That's why I call it Leagues of Legends. So every strand is gonna be from a different legend in the game.
That's right.
Definitely.
I thought you stopped smoking.
Huh?
Do you still smoke?
So look, let me tell you what I'm doing with this. I don't smoke. Like I maybe hit it like every now and then, but due to my autoimmune situation that I have, you know what I'm saying, which is sarcoidosis, I don't really can't smoke like I used to, you know what I'm saying, because it affected my lungs. So you know what I'm saying. So it's like I was when I started smoking, I started doing edibles and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. But so what I'm doing is I'm promoting this brand not only just to be selling weed or indulging weed, but what I'm trying to do is I partner with this school out of Cleveland. It's called the Cleveland School of Cannabis, and I partner with them and I start doing a scholarship program to get people from the community that I come from, give them a scholarship to go to this school, and they're educated on the entire cannabis business. Because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we've been penalized for cannabis for so long when it was illegal. Now that it's legal, some of that money has to trickle down to our communities because we went on the line for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and artists like us and Snoop and Red and Meth and Cypress Hill and Wiz, we helped bring this culture to the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? So it's only right they give some of this revenue back to the communities where it come from. You know what I'm saying? So by giving these people these scholarships, they're when they finish this course, they're going to be certified to work anywhere in America in any place in the cannabis industry, whether it's a dispensary, whether it's invested, anywhere. They have the knowledge to go talk cannabis and know what they're talking about. So that's another thing I'm doing for sure.
How did this sickness come about?
Man, it was just like it just came out of this shit just came out of nowhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I was sarcoidosis. It's a very rare. It's just now like starting to get like notoriety. It's a autoimmune disease that affects mostly African Americans and Europeans. You know what I'm saying? And like, bro, I didn't know what the hell it was. I remember I was in Dubai one time. I was shooting a video over there with some cats that I did a song with. And when I came back from Dubai, I was in the house. I was watching TV, and like just out the blue, I started coughing, and it was a cough that I never felt before because I felt something pop in my lungs when I cough, and I never felt the same after that cough, and it's like the cough never went away. So I kept going to the emergency. They kept saying it was bronchitis, it was this, it was that. Until I went one time and I was like, bro, like, no, y'all keep saying that shit, like, that is not what it is. And the doctor was like, okay, let me do some x-rays. And they done some x-rays on my lungs, and it was like, yo, he was like, I can tell by his reaction, he was like, yo. He started asking me all kind of questions. He was like, okay, so you need to go to a lung specialist right away. So he gave me the number and the address and everything. And I went to the house. I went to the house, I laid down, and I knew how serious it was because his assistant called and she was like, hey, this is such and such. He just wants to know if you went to go see the specialist yet. I'm like, oh, he wanted me to go now? She was like, yes, please get up and go now. And that shit scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh, I was like, yo, for real? And so I went and they done like a whole CAT scan and like done everything. And then they came back, it was like sarcoidosis, like some shit I never heard in my life. You know what I'm saying? It was like, so what it is my immune system was working overtime and it didn't have nothing to fight off, no diseases. So it starts to attack your healthy organs. And in my case, it attacked my lungs. So now I have like my lungs is damaged, scarred. I got like a lot of scarring on my lungs. I have like holes in my lungs. And they said it won't never heal, but I can prevent them from getting worse. So you know what I'm saying? So that's the mission I'm on.
Okay. Yeah.
We had a question that we didn't answer yet. You said about the name Bone Thugs and Harmony. You said how the name came about, right?
The name Bone Thugs and Harmony, like I said, we was Bone Enterprise. That name, the whole Bone thing came from like Lay was out in Texas for a while, and he had started some little crew called Bone Enterprise. And Lazy was actually Busy Bone at first. His name was Busy Bone at first. So when he came back, he was like, yeah, I had this little squad out in Texas, and we was Busy Bone, and da-da-da. He was like, we should use that name. I was like, yeah, that's dope. I like that. I'm going to be Krayzie Bone. And he was like, okay, if you're going to be crazy, I'm going to be Lazy Bone. And at first, it was just me and Lazy. It was just me and Lazy Bone Enterprise. That's why it's Krayzie and Lazy. Like, it was nobody. It was just me and Lazy. Like, we was going through the city. We got known. Like, everybody knew us. Like, when they saw like that light skinned and dark skinned nigga. Like, them niggas got flow. Like, no, like, they was like that little light skinned dark skinned nigga. Them niggas they like Kid and Play. Because Lazy had a big ass fucking high top and I had like the low one like Play. They was like, no lie. Niggas called us. Bruh, we was every light skinned, dark skinned dude you can name. We was crisscross. We was fucking Kid and Play. We was all them niggas. I'm like, it was crazy. Like, so it was just me and him. And then like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got like a little word. We got like a little known around the town, like, as being like niggas that could like really flow. And then Lazy met Busy through his mom. And like Busy started hanging around us, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and the nigga Lay was like, we started doing talent shows. And like, we had dropped the Enterprise. We quit like, that shit whack. We was like, let's drop the Enterprise. We just Bone. And that's just the family name. So everybody had Bone names, you know what I'm saying? Like, and niggas started coming around. Like, Busy came around. He was Busy Bone. And Wish came around, Wish Bone, you know what I'm saying? Like, in Bone Thugs and Harmony, like, when we came to L.A., we was just Bone. And we had a song called Thugs and Harmony. And Eazy was like, that should be y'all name. We was like, nah, but Bone is a family name. And he was like, shit, so be called Bone Thugs and Harmony. And we was like, oh, shit, that's it. Eazy was actually like, shit, so be called Bone Thugs and Harmony. And that was it.
Salute.
For real.
I want you to do something. So, I don't know if you know, I don't know if you remember this radio host. Her name was Miss Jones. She used to be on Hot 97.
Yeah, yes indeed.
So she has a show now with DJ Envy called Miss Jones Reunion. She came back with DJ Envy in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I think that I would like you to go on there and stuff like that. She had called me and I texted her, and then she, it came to my mind because I know they may have a lot of questions, and I think it'd be dope, her being a veteran and being there back in the days, being around Big and stuff like that.
Hell yeah,
so
definitely.
I think that I would love for you to do Miss Jones in the morning with her and Sean and everybody. So
hell yeah.
After we get off of this, I'll give the information, and then I think it'll be dope.
Definitely, hell yeah. Definitely.
Right?
Hell yeah,
so
let's do it. For sure. That's all good.
I don't ask for that much.
It's all good, man. For sure. All good.
Any final words, G?
Nah, man. Is there anything that we didn't touch on or we didn't mention that you want to mention right now? Anything you want to shout out? Anything you want to put out there before we wrap it up?
Man, just want to let everybody know. I know y'all heard a lot of stories from me, but if you want to hear more, we are working on a podcast. All the Bone members called Thug Stories.
Oh shit!
And if you want to hear
all the Bone members, meaning all five.
Yes, all 5 members.
Nice.
Will be the host, you know what I'm saying? If you want to hear like the real thug stories, and you're going to have to tune into that, man. It's going to be like, trust me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's going down. It's going down.
That was fire. I don't like that shit though. That was fire. He promoted at the end.
It's going down.
I don't like that. Put the box away. He promoted himself like that. I ain't shit. You want to hear the real shit? I just gave y'all a taste. How you gonna do that, G?
It's going down.
Give us the social media and stuff.
Yes, indeed. Man, IG is Krayzie_Bone. Twitter is I am Krayzie Bone. Facebook, Cray Jack your balls. Even though I don't even use Facebook. That shit is foreign to me now, man. Like, for real. Like, yeah, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's where I'm at, man. For real.
Round of applause one time with Krayzie Bone, man, coming through.
Yeah.
Little episode classic, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but why you always do everything? What you doing, man? Go to the corner.
Oh, G, what the G,
let me sign out, man.
Probably in his mind, he's like, these niggas just ask you all these personal ass questions, man. Huh?
No, it's cool.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was answering them. He's like, man, what the fuck? He's asking them, parents, nigga, what you talking about, nigga? Yeah, G.
Yo, but shout out to today's sponsor, my man Tiny. You know what it is, man.
Tiny.
Trust the process. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I see you out here doing your thing, out here working hard. Definitely follow the pages at DJ G Money. Damn, I'll change the page. I forgot. At DJ G Money Official. At Queens Flip with a Z. At Flip the Script Pod. Picky Eater Season 4 is out now. This week we got Cypher Sounds on the show.
Shout out to Cypher.
Cypher Sounds.
Don't get gas.
Facts. He's on there. We had some squid ink pasta and we had oysters. Crazy. But yeah, shout out to the whole team. Shout out to everybody.
Picky Eater, man. Picky Eater. Yeah. I can't do that show no more, man. I get sick. How do you feel about that show? How do you feel the direction that it's going?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. You know, this season numbers is not as crazy as last season number wise, But everyone who watched the show stopped me in the street, and everyone who my friends, my family, they all say the same thing. Like, yo, this is a dope show. Like, the concept is dope. I think it should be like on a bigger platform, like, you know what I'm saying, like TV or something. So everyone who sees it, you know, male, female, older, young, they all like, yo, this is a dope.
You are a picky eater though.
That's a fact.
You are picky. You don't eat nothing, and watching your expressions eating things is crazy. You don't eat nothing. You are picky. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how to tell your niggas you love them neither. But we ain't get to that right now. You know? Let's go. Nah, we ain't get to that. Yo, this Queens Flip, man. URLTV.tv, man. I brought that back. A dope episode. Remember, lock your doors, close your windows, close your blinds, open your blinds. If you see a nigga like Krayzie on your lawn, put it away. He doesn't mean any harm. But don't let him in because he'll be smooth all night long. I'm from Queens.